Hey, my mama said, fuck it, nigga, hit the streets and live. Got some crack in the corner and I did what I did. The neighbors, they don't like me, I got J's in. So, told my grandma I don't need a bed, I'm sleeping on the floor. Got my tool in my flow, they're my two main hoes. Me and all my walls stick together like the Zoes. Stop by, say who got the yay for the low. And I keep birds with me, like a straight out Holly Grove. They itch my fingers, they itch for the paper. I'm riding around the city and I got that calculator. I'm a motherfucking monster when they come to get that paper. Hang on, fingers, they itch for the paper. My fingers, they itch for the paper. I'm riding around the city and I got my calculator. I'm a motherfucking monster when they come to get that paper.
I don't fuck with these niggas cause they shady. These bitches, they just wanna have my baby. Born in the 80s, crack baby. Mama, she was in the street, so guess who raised me? You motherfucking right, couldn't get it from my mama, so I got it off the block. Been working my whole life, but I ain't never punched the clock. 9 years old, I seen a nigga get shot. Damn. Niggas quick to run their mouth when they get jammed. Pussy ass nigga, tell it on his own fam. The same nigga that you break your neck for. Be the same nigga that cross you out and wet you up. Supposed to be chasing money, but you chasing bitches. Real bosses don't talk, we just sit back and listen. Stack that paper up and then make boss moves. She like to argue, so I sent that bitch to law school. You keep it real with your dog no matter what. Same bitch decline, she love you, she'll set you up. Out here in these streets, it ain't no such thing as love. The only thing I trust is this pistol and these slugs.
It's the big dog.
First of all, Ernest, I would like to start off by giving a shout out to FYF Sports Debates Podcast. I really love that podcast. I really do.
I feel like stopping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like stopping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive? Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean five. Should've took the day off, might slap my boss. My own damn kids pissing me off, as if I hadn't had enough. Chipotle, fuck my goddamn order up. I'm fed up, I'm fed up, I'm fed up. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bartender, don't you see me waving you down? This guy came after me, I was here first, but you serving him rounds. No, I bought the Uber here, my friends expecting me to buy it back tomorrow morning.
FYF Sports, man. It's Lamont, man. We back. Morning live stream, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up today. I see you, angry Laker fan. Did Larry, said, Bezo. And salute to Bezo as well, one of the top donors. He's always been coming through supporting the channel. Appreciate that. Let me get our banner up, too. I got to make sure I add you to our banner. It's one of our top donors, man. Make sure I get them likes up. Share the video if you can, man. Y'all know how YouTube be doing with these notifications, man, especially as of late. Salute to Titus, man. Yes, sir. Good morning to everybody here. All right. Probably closer to the afternoon if you're on another coast, but, you know, over here on the West Coast, man, it's in the morning. We got to cook on these topics, man. We got to talk about the biggest topic in sports right now. It's the Luka Dončić trade, man. See, I want everybody to sit back and I want y'all to ask yourselves one question, right? Because over the last 6 months, all we've been hearing is the NBA is so bad. Viewership is down. People not watching. That's all we hearing. Nobody cares about the NBA. Nobody plays defense. Everybody's shooting too many threes. And you know what? If y'all not watching, if y'all don't care, okay, cool. Let's just sit back and just look at the landscape. If you're not watching, the league is going to whittle away. Players are going to stop making money. Teams are going to stop making money. And some other sport is going to become king. What happened? What's happening though? The reason why we know, and I've been saying it the whole time, not only if you actually look at the numbers, will you see that viewership in the NBA is not down. But the very people that claim that the NBA is so bad and viewership is down are literally proving themselves with this Luka Dončić trade that the NBA is at an all-time high and peak. Because if nobody cared about the NBA, if these players were all bad for basketball, then Luka Dončić, a guy who shoots a lot of threes, a guy who doesn't defend very well, when he gets traded, it would not be a big deal. But all of a sudden, when Luka Dončić gets traded, people stop talking about the boxing matchups. They stop talking about the UFC fights. They even stop talking about the Super Bowl. And to Pope be frank, unfortunately, if you are saying that viewership is down, that's just you being extremely uninformed. I got the numbers right here in front of me. I know viewership is not down. I got the data. I mean, let's just look at some of the data, y'all. Because look, I can't control the data. The data is what it is. So what's the most consistent thing that people are saying, y'all? Every time you hear people talk about viewership, y'all, they're saying viewership is down since 2012. They always run to 2012 as the standard. Just so y'all know, 2012 in the NBA was the biggest spike in NBA viewership in NBA history. Higher than the 90s, higher than when Kobe played, just the highest spike in viewership for whatever reason. So whenever you, and that's the 2.5 million viewers per game that they were getting. So right now, viewership is at about 1.4 million viewers per game. The 2012 spike, people were watching games at about 2.5 million. Ever since 2012 and even before 2012, NBA viewership has always been around 1 million to 1.5 million per game. Exactly what it is today right now. The only thing that's declined, y'all, is viewership has declined from 2012, the biggest spike in NBA history, right? So that's how they try to finesse you with the viewership one. So when you watch Kobe play in the 2000s, 2001, 2002, 2003, when Kobe was leading the league and supposed face of the league with the KGs and the Shaqs, viewership was around 1 million to 1.5 million per game, just like it is right now. And Woohoo Nation, I get that the NFL is king in the United States. But what y'all are failing to realize is the NBA stopped competing with the NFL in the United States. Let's talk about what they're doing. The NBA right now, along with maintaining their typical viewership, the NBA is now thriving internationally, right? According to the S&P, 90% of adults in China, right, have access and watch NBA basketball through social media platforms like Weibo and Douyin, right? And it says with that partnership with those companies, along with TikTok, they have enabled the NBA to engage with over 1 billion Chinese consumers. So when you see what the NBA is doing, they're saying, we're not going to just sit here and try to compete with NFL football here in the US. We got the whole world that we can go pursue for additional viewership. Why sit here and try to fight with people who have systematically been born almost in some cases as football fans? Not going to sit here and fight with y'all. But they're still thriving here in the US, even when people lie. Right? So in China, the NBA is consistently going over and getting over 1 billion in consistent engagement from the Chinese consumer base. Let's just go to other countries outside of China. In Portugal, NBA viewership is up 222% on cable TV. In Italy, NBA viewership is up 281%, right? Shown massive growth in both Portugal and Italy. Other markets like Mexico. In Mexico, NBA viewership is up 130%. In the Philippines, NBA viewership is up 131%. In Spain, NBA viewership is up 112%. In Canada, NBA viewership is up 111%. These other countries also show strong engagement. Let's get away from those countries. In Cameroon, where Joel Embiid is from, NBA viewership is up 272%. Right? In Turkey, NBA viewership is up 203%. This all reflects the impact of the international stars coming into the NBA. The NBA is no longer, there's two things the NBA is doing. The NBA is no longer marketing to 40-plus-year-olds. So all the people that are pushing 40, 35, 40 and above, the reason why y'all not super connected with how the NBA is marketing, because they ain't marketing y'all old people no more. They are marketing to the youth. You say in America is dead. I want you to ask yourself, NBA Finals 241. If the NBA is so dead, why did the absolute sports world stop everything that they were doing when Luka Dončić got traded just to talk about the Luka Dončić trade? If the NBA is dead, because I guarantee you right now, if two football players get traded, we will not go live and talk about it like we talked about the Luka Dončić trade. The Luka Dončić trade stopped. They were talking about the Luka Dončić trade during college basketball games. They've been talking about the Luka Dončić trade on WNBA podcasts. They've been talking about the Luka Dončić trade on hockey podcasts. Everywhere you look up, they talking about the Luka Dončić trade. Y'all claiming that the NBA is dead, yet when the NBA just make any type of move and flinch it, y'all all stop, drop everything that you're doing to talk about the NBA. You are lying. Y'all just like saying stuff because it sounds spicy and it sounds negative, right? Because y'all thrive in negativity. Y'all want to so desperately say that there's something wrong with the league today. Because you don't want to see what the league today outdo what you grew up watching. You don't want to see the league today outdo the 2000s. You don't want to see the league today outdo the 90s. So you guys are always going to be searching for, oh, they shoot too many threes. Oh, they not playing defense. Even though what y'all saying makes no sense and in most cases is not even existent, y'all always desperately seeking for something to compare and say that your era was better than this era at. So in this particular case, y'all just reaching and grasping for straws. There's no numbers that support nothing that you say. On top of the fact that if the numbers are up globally across the world, the NBA just signed a record-breaking media deal. The NBA just signed a $76 billion media rights deal. Let me not 1 billion, y'all, not 10 billion, not 20 billion, not 50 billion. They signed a 76, not million, $1 billion media deal that starts in 2025, 2026, I want y'all to ask yourself, why would these big media companies pay $76 billion for a league that ain't getting no viewership? How that makes sense? Great one. I'm not talking about what every other sport is doing. I'm talking about what the NBA is doing. Y'all the ones making this ridiculous claim that first of all, we know viewership is at an all-time high because when Luka Dončić got traded, every one of the podcasts that claim viewership is down talked about the NBA. All of the podcasts that are pushing this narrative that viewership is down are still talking about the Luka Dončić trade. All of the podcasts that say viewership is down are now spinning narratives from the Luka Dončić trade, trying to spin it off into other topics so they can keep talking about the Luka Dončić trade. What's LeBron James going to do? Is LeBron James the number 2 option? This is Luka Dončic's team, right? You look at Ticket TV, he's saying, well, Luka Dončić pissed at Jason Kidd. LeBron James is can't make no moves no more. All y'all doing is spinning narratives. Y'all stop, drop, and roll. Y'all stop, dropped, and rolled when Luka got traded. And y'all, that's all we talking about. I ain't seen none of y'all. When I'm in the chat, I don't see y'all coming over here talking about anything about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, one of the supposed biggest events. I was looking at a football podcast the other day when Luka got traded. They all in the football podcast. They stopped talking about the Super Bowl to talk about NBA. Y'all are pretending. It don't matter if they big names, Judah. Bro, big names in football, you can if a big name in football got traded tomorrow, I would not care. You think I would care? Oh, like put in the chat, y'all. Who's the best quarterback in football right now? Who's the 2 best quarterbacks in football right now? Tell me in the chat who they are. I don't know who they are. I haven't been keeping up with football like that, but I'm gonna take y'all word for it. Somebody type in the chat who the 2 best quarterbacks in football. You got Pat Mahomes and Jackson. If Lamar and Mahomes got traded for each other, I wouldn't give a damn. If Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson got traded for each other, do you think I'm gonna stop talking about my NBA topic to talk about that? I don't give a damn about it. It's not my space. But conversely, I saw football podcasts stop talking about the Super Bowl to talk about the Luka Dončić trade in depth. I wouldn't care. I'm basketball content. I literally watch other sports. I watched other networks and channels that aren't even dedicated to NBA basketball stop what they was doing just to talk about the Luka Dončić trade. But y'all want to pretend and say y'all don't care about the NBA. First of all, if the NBA, like I said, if the NBA is so bad, if players shooting threes is so bad, if not playing defense is so bad, why do y'all care if Luka Dončić gets traded? Because Luka Dončić shoots a lot of threes and he don't play a whole bunch of defense. How is it a big trade? Luka is the epitome of everything that y'all complain about. No, NBA Finals 2-4-1. Ain't nobody forced to talk about it. They just know people like Jason Whitlock, Man Down Sports, all the people that complain and say viewership is down, they know that talking about the NBA and these players keeps the money coming in. Why do you think they all obsess over LeBron James? They will all cry to the moon every single day that LeBron is the worst thing in the world for basketball. It's just like I told Ticket on his channel the other day. I said, if Bronny James is so bad, why you keep talking about him? I was like, we watched the Los Angeles Lakers play the Washington Wizards. I said, you didn't talk about Kyle Kuzma shooting 3 of 14. You didn't talk about the number 8 pick in the draft, going 1 of 8, getting outscored by Bronny James. And he's the number 8 pick in the draft. You went all the way to the number 2, 55th pick to talk about him. I said, y'all give attention to all the things that y'all claim is getting too much attention. Y'all say LeBron is getting too much attention. Favorship from the media. All y'all do is give Bron attention. You would think if somebody like Jason Whitlock or Scap Attack or Uncut Hoops, all these people that make these in-depth videos claiming LeBron is so bad, you would think they would just go talk about something that's better for the NBA. How come they can't find nothing better to talk about? And actually, if they're saying the NBA is so bad, how come they don't just go talk about another sport? They could talk about Major League Baseball. Go try to talk about Major League Baseball. Ohtani was doing pretty good last year. Go have some Ohtani podcast. Switch it up. Go talk about the Indiana Colts practice field players and how hard they grinding or something. I don't know. Hockey, you might be able to get a little hockey gravity. Maybe you can get Hoppy to have a comeback. Go attach yourself to another sport instead of coming around talking about the NBA so bad. Yet all y'all be doing is talking about the NBA. Man, I'm so sick and tired of LeBron James. And then when I look down your thread, all you talking about is LeBron James. See, I love talking about LeBron and all these topics. So when I do these topics consistently, and when GOAT James Kingdom does these topics, because I don't shy away from the fact that I love talking about it. I love watching these games. I love what I see on the court. I love the talent. I love the skill. Everything about the game I like. You know what I'm not watching? I don't really care for football. Maybe that's why I don't talk about football very much. I don't really care for MLB baseball. Why would I sit here and do podcast after podcast after podcast about how bad MLB baseball is if I'm already not a fan of the product? It makes no sense. This is what I'm saying. It's just like, boy, y'all, the brains, and for people like the Pope, who I know is an intelligent guy, to just run with that narrative that viewership is down. It's the brainwashing is wild what the media can do to y'all. They can tell y'all a few things. Boy, y'all stop doing. I mean, y'all won't. You got the best thing right here on hand, right? You got the best thing on hand to do research, and you don't even pick that up to do research. We got Michael Jordan fans are the best in here. He says LeBron is the king of corn. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. But the one thing I do know, Michael Jordan fans are the best, is that if LeBron James didn't exist, you wouldn't even have a channel. It's just like what Gilbert Arenas said. The only reason we even still talk about Jordan today is because LeBron James is in the league and we have somebody to compare to Jordan. Whether you think it's a good comparison or not, the main conversation, the two people that most people say are in this GOAT conversation are LeBron and Jordan. Your whole existence as a Michael Jordan fan is only relevant today because of players today like LeBron James. I mean, look at your buddy, Angry Hoops Fan. Angry Hoops Fan is so angry at the league. All he does is talk about LeBron. All he does is tell us how bad LeBron is for the league, yet he's sitting there watching the Knicks game, clipping the Knicks game as it's played live, staring. Do you guys know how hard you have to be staring down and tracking LeBron? In a game where LeBron James had a 33-point triple-double, do you know how hard you have to be watching LeBron to clip one of his few turnovers and then post it on your shorts feed just to say LeBron James is a bad basketball player? In real time, you're doing this. Do you know how thirsty you are to get a clip of LeBron James? This is how we know LeBron James is feeding the basketball community. I don't think y'all understand how hard that is and the delusion it takes to follow a player to that degree. The man clipped a video of LeBron James flying through the middle of the lane, dunking the ball. And he said, I don't like the way LeBron scowled after he dunked the basketball. Look at his face after he dunked the basketball. I said, what type of old sorry motherfuckers are y'all? What kind of weirdos are y'all? How weird are you? He scowled after he dunked the ball? And then Michael Jordan fans, you be having this white dude on the panel with an afro in his head, and y'all really be taking him seriously. I don't think he's ever said anything of any legitimate credibility when it comes to basketball, but y'all will have him on a panel, and y'all be really up there acting like y'all talking real basketball. And you call me a bully just because I call it out. Hey, but you know what? I like the bully video, y'all, because the one thing about the bully video is this. They will cry about the messenger, but they will never be able to address my message directly. They will cry about me and how I relay it, because, you know, when I do my spoof video, I've upset many people with my spoof video. And then people cry about the spoof video, but you rarely hear people cry about the message. You rarely hear people hit my link and contest me on the message. They will cry about the delivery. Oh, the spoof video, Sports Rants and Witness, man, he has a family. He has a kids. And you said he don't pay child support. So that's a joke. Laugh. Talk about the message. This is the message I'm delivering. Don't run around crying about the delivery. I'm going to spoof until you can't spoof no more on YouTube. Get over that. I want to hear y'all get over y'all feelings and address my message. Won't happen. And I'm always around. My link is always available. People do so much crying. It's very easy to get a hold of me if you actually want to have that real conversation. But I'm never very interested in entertaining a conversation if all you're going to do is cry about a video that I edited. I'm going to edit videos, and it may get nastier because, to be honest, I could have added a few more spoofs in that would have been way nastier. I had a spoof with Kwame Brown overdosing on cocaine. I had a spoof with the angry Hoops fan when LeBron James retired. He took off his wig and just put his Ku Klux Klan hat on and joined back with the Klan rally. So my spoofs really could have. I had Man Down Sports. I had him getting beat up by Laker fans, bloodied up. I really just could have went all in, but I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna go rated R with the spoofs. I'm just gonna keep it funny. I can play some of them, and if y'all want me to play them in the chat, I'll play them. I still got them made. So at the end of the day, I mean, I can go crazy with the spoofs. The spoofs is just the entertainment. The message is always going to be factual. Hold on, I think I got one of them. I think I got one of them right here. Here go one of them right here. Told you. Here go one of them right here. This is the one right here that I did for Man Down. Getting fucked up. He got fucked. I can't even play the rest. I had to stop it. I can't even play the rest because it get too bloody. Hold on, I'll play you another snippet. I told you, I'm going to have a stream where I play them all. Look at Man Down Sports talking. And get your ass over here. Grabbed his ass up. Snatched his ass up. Somebody found out where he was at. I got angry Hoop fan. Taking the wig off. Ku Klux Klan hat. Joined the Klan rally. I'm almost 1,000% positive he's a racist. You're going to have to convince me otherwise. I don't care if he hangs out with Sports Rants and Fitness. Everybody got a Sambo hanging around sometimes. So at the end of the day, I don't care about that. You got to convince me otherwise. It's part of my spoof. You call it a bully, call it what you want. It is what it is, man. Not my fault, man. Not my fault y'all be running around, making a fool of yourself. I mean, I'm talking about, man, How do you hate somebody or you hate the league so much that you talk about it every day? I got sports tea. Y'all be thinking I got all this. I got all of them. I had them all. I could have got real nasty with the spoof. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep it PG-13 just to get a few laughs, just to get the point across. I really could have got nasty with the spoofs. Am I right? It low-key is, but we ain't even going to dive into that. It low-key is because I know what the insinuation is with the nappy afro. I know what it is. I know the message that you're trying to get across. But see, I'm not even one to play that card. I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to, know it. I know how to treat you. I know how to deal with you. And when I see that your whole YouTube livelihood is built around hating on probably the greatest black athlete in the last 20 years, and you got nothing good to say. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can criticize on LeBron, but when you don't have not one good thing to say, and when people cry about me getting personal, all these guys do is get personal with LeBron. I was on Michael Jordan fans channel. I heard Sports Rants Fitness say LeBron James is a bad father and a bad husband. I didn't hear nobody stop him and say, we don't get personal. Let's not talk about LeBron James' personal life. Didn't nobody say that? Oh, it's okay. It's okay to get personal with LeBron. It's okay to say untruths about LeBron off the court. We make a spoof video about you. I'm a bully now. But see, when you can dish it out, but you can't take it, and all of a sudden when somebody dish a little bit out to you and you start crying, that just tells me that there's a lot of cowardice in you right there. Like when people get agitated with my spoof videos, it really tell me about you. That's all it do. Especially when every undertone that you spit out is personal about people. This is facts. These are all, everything that I'm saying is all facts. So when we talk about these viewership in the NBA, all the people that claim that viewership is down, they can't explain why the money is continuously going up. Players are getting paid more. Even when you hear these same people talk about how much the players are getting paid, they cry about how much these players are making, because the first thing they say is these guys are making too much money. How are they making too much money when viewership is down? Right? Outside of the media deals, y'all, there have been all-time record-breaking NBA franchise valuations. The Golden State Warriors are valued at $10 billion. The Brooklyn Nets, right? The Brooklyn Nets are, as lowly and sorry as the Brooklyn Nets are, their valuation is at $6 billion, right? The Memphis Grizzlies nobody even wants to go to Memphis. It's one of the sorriest. Tennessee is one of the sorriest states you can ever go to. And Memphis is one of the sorriest cities you can ever be in. And Memphis Grizzlies have a valuation of $3 billion, right? So at the end of the day, all these NBA franchises have billion-dollar valuations. The NBA just signed a $76 billion media rights deal. Viewership of the NBA in countries like Portugal, Italy, Mexico, the Philippines, Canada, Cameroon, Turkey. Viewership is at an all-time high. But yet we supposed to believe y'all, because y'all try to spice up a few numbers compared to 2012 to tell us viewership is down, just because the only thing you have left to try to say is bad about the league today is three-point shooting, which y'all was too sorry to do back in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, and viewership, because you're using a flawed comparison. This is how sorry the attempts are. And now, Anybody that disagrees, I want you to bring facts that don't support. Because if you come and talk to me about attendance, even with attendance dropping, y'all, sold out arenas in the NBA is at an all-time high today. There were never more sold out arenas than this era. Over the last 5 years, there's been more sold out arenas than ever in NBA history. Yet y'all believe the media when the media says, well, attendance dropped. What do you mean attendance dropped? A drop from 2012 when everything spiked? And attendance to sporting events, because attendance to sporting events across the board in every sport is down because the economy is screwed up. So when the economy is screwed up, what generally happens? People tend to stop doing the extracurricular activities like going to games. They don't have the disposable income to spend $500 to get to an NBA game because it's going to cost you $500 to get the tickets for a family of 4, and then you're going to have to pay at least another $100 to $150 just to get food while you're at the game. And depending on who they playing, if you're trying to go see your favorite player, it could be more expensive than that. The disposable income. Thank you, Johnny. I know NBA attendance is up, but they believe anything that people put in front of them. They believe these odd comparisons of years that people put in front of them. And when Jason Whitlock and these people with these odd agendas, because everything that they say about viewership, y'all, it's almost always they're trying to find a way to attach it to LeBron James. Everybody that's making this viewership claim, almost 100% of the time, is always also attaching it to LeBron. Jason Whitlock blames it on LeBron. Everybody who's saying this. All you got to do is look at the numbers. The numbers don't support what anybody is saying. Right? I don't get how you make $76 billion, yet there's nobody watching. I don't understand that. I'm going to read to you guys. This is from the New York Times right here. I'm going to read to you guys an excerpt from the New York Times. I'm going to drop the link to bring you guys up afterwards. And, man, I appreciate you guys being here early. Salute to Johnny in the chat. Make sure you guys tune in, man, on Fridays and Sundays, man. Johnny be cooking. We're going to be trying to find new ways, right, to potentially add in more shows. I've been reaching out to other content creators that I feel could come and produce like super high quality shows, man, just to fill in and give that filler content, even if it's stuff that I don't even 100% agree with. I'm just looking for high level content creators like Johnny, right? If you want to get just a little bit more exposure, if you are consistently live streaming and you're just looking to get a little bump in your growth, man, y'all hit me up. FYFsportsdebates@gmail.com, man. Maybe we can partner up and get something done. Also, support the channel. Hit that Cash App to support. And let me read to you guys something from the New York Times, the Business Insider in the New York Times. All right. It says the claim that the NBA is dying due to the USA TV ratings decline is an absurd overreaction. It says the NBA's unprecedented global reach, financial success, and cultural influence prove that it remains a dominant sports powerhouse. Discussions about improving the game's intensity, restructuring the NBA regular season and playoff format, and fixing refereeing issues are valid, but the broader narrative of the NBA being in a crisis is completely baseless. This is according to the Business Insider within the New York Times. It says the NBA is not in trouble at all. It says few Americans losing interest in the NBA is not a big deal, as it does not affect the NBA on a larger scale. Some Americans not watching for their own reasons, but the world is watching the NBA and will continue to do so. The NBA gets millions and millions of viewers from China, the Philippines, Indonesia, India, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, which no other American sports league can get. The NBA isn't just surviving, it says that it's thriving. The NBA remains a global sports powerhouse and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. Its international appeal, driven by stars from all over the world, a well-organized digital presence, and global partnerships ensure its continued success. But then you have idiots like Jason Whitlock on his own platform just the other day. This man, his own co-host, called him stupid. Jason Whitlock is so dumb. He said on his own platform, and he said this with a straight face because he's so thirsty and so desperate to cater to this white base. I think Caitlin Clark in the WNBA in the next 3 years, they're going to pass the NBA up. This is what Jason Whitlock said on his own channel. He said he thinks that because of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA will surpass the NBA over the next 3 years. Do you know how stupid you have to be to say that publicly? Do you know how stupid you got to be? If you believe that Caitlin Clark can usurp the mountain that Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Steph Curry, LeBron, the mountain that they've built over all these years, Caitlin Clark can surpass that. Do you know how thirsty you got to be catering to your base to say something like that? And Jason Whitlock will pretend that he's saying it. His own co-hosts call him crazy on his own show. He says, Jason, I agree with you on a lot of things, but he says, I can't rock with this stupidity. He can't rock with it. If you feel like NBA viewership is down and you're going to come up here, you better come with some bona fide numbers to prove it. You better show me where the money is dipping. You better show me where the viewership is dipping, because there is no decline in viewership. Has there been a decline since the biggest spike of viewership in NBA history? Well, of course. And see, look at Mr. Winters, y'all. He says bronze sexuals always pull the race card. No. Jason Whitlock is the one that pulled the race card. He's the one that said Caitlin Clark in 3 years is going to outdo the entire NBA. What? I want you to ask yourself, Mr. Winters, why else would somebody say that? If they're just not trying to be fanned out and just say things to cater to a base. I want you to ask yourself, Mr. Winters, because Mr. Winters, as silly as some of your takes be, you won't even co-sign that stupidity. Well, Mr. Winters, his comments have something to do with race because we're not dumb. Because when people say things, we actually, the screws in our head, Mr. Winters, when people say things over here on FYF, when people say things, our screws start to turn a little bit. And we do something, Mr. Winters, called we think. So when you say things and these screws in our brain just start to turn and we just do a little bit of thinking, we can understand the undertones of what's causing you to say these things. Great one. If you feel the viewership is down, then you need to come up here. You need to come onto the panel and you need to explain to me how the NBA just signed a $76 billion media rights deal. You need to explain to me why even franchises like the Memphis Grizzlies have a valuation of over $3 billion. You need to explain to me why Supermax deals are approaching close to $500 million pretty soon here. I don't know how viewership is going down when the money keep going up. Have any one of you guys ever been to a store that nobody goes to, but they keep making money? Now, some of y'all, like Mr. Winters, who stay in the hood, y'all might have a few of them stores. that's getting funded by drug money. Don't nobody go in there, but they laundering drug money. Some of these laundromats, you don't never see a soul in the laundromat, but the laundromat be thriving 24/7. Yeah, we know some of them things is getting funneled. I'm talking about bona fide, legitimate businesses. I want y'all to tell me one business in the world that somehow every time you look up, they add an addition here. They adding all this stuff to this business. It look better, fancy equipment, big cars, luxury this, luxury that, but they ain't got no customers in the store. Please explain this to me, man. Hey, Johnny said Arby's. At the end of the day, you cannot. The NBA is not printing its own money. I don't know, Mr. Winters. We can just make a bet. I mean, we could just do bet for bet. Corey says it's only getting views because of social media. No, well, how are they only getting views because of social media when average NBA games are getting viewed at 1.4 million? That's average viewership for the NBA games. 1.4 million. How is it only social media? At the NBA's peak, it was 2.5 million in 2012. And that was his peak. When Kobe played, it averaged at about 1 million. Viewership now is higher than when Kobe played. I didn't hear y'all crying about viewership when Kobe played. You know why? Because the NBA or the media, they didn't have this desperation to just say something negative about the NBA. So they weren't making shit up. Thank you. Thank you, Zero. Like people can't see what I'm sitting in. This is studio. This is Mr. Winters. This is just a studio. The studio, man. It's a 1-bedroom studio apartment. That's what we got, Mr. Winters. I got a 1-bedroom studio. It's one of a kind. You ain't never seen nothing like it, Mr. Winters. Man, oh man. Let me drop this link, man. Let me get people up here to cook, man. The nonsense that people talking. The New York Times Business Insider is telling you the NBA is thriving. All the global numbers show you the NBA is thriving. Players making more money showing you the NBA is thriving. And then when the sports world stops just to talk about one single NBA trade, y'all tell me the NBA is thriving. Because when hockey make a trade, we don't care. Baseball be making big trades and signings all the time. We don't care. Football be cutting some of the best players and making dumb moves all the time. Dallas Cowboys just made one of the dumbest coaching hires of all time. We don't care. Little old Luka Dončić, who just chucking up a whole bunch of threes and not playing defense when he get traded. Y'all all stop what y'all doing and run to y'all nearest YouTube podcast to either hear something good or something bad, whatever you want to look for. If you wanted to hear somebody cry about it, you go to Carcino. If you want to hear somebody rage about it, you go to Ticket TV. You go to some of the standard Laker channels if you just want to hear fan talk. But y'all all went and tuned into one of those networks. Serge says many people talk about any NFL trade. Serge, what podcast? In our sector, Serge, in our basketball sector, who was talking about NFL trades? I mean, I can name one, but you wouldn't know who he is because you don't really care about basketball like that. Serge, was you watching SB Talk Sports when he talks football? Because every time I go over there, I don't ever see you over there in this chat when he talking football. But I'm over here talking about LeBron James and the basketball that you so much hate. Yeah, you always over here. But when SB Talk Sport is over there talking NFL, I don't never see you over there. He says the NBA will be better. If you feel the NBA is going to be better once LeBron is gone, then when I drop the link, come up here and explain to me how that works. Please explain to me when LeBron retires, what's going to magically change about the NBA? Salute to Olo in the chat, man. We got Perfect Jelly says LeBron was outmaneuvered and replaced. What do y'all think? Why do y'all think LeBron is mad about this? Like the fact that some of y'all think that this bothers LeBron? Do you know how stupid y'all sound? I've been always telling y'all great players love to play with great players. At the end of the day, I don't care if LeBron knew about the trade. I don't care if LeBron didn't know about the trade. The one thing I do know, if the Dallas Mavericks come knocking on the door saying we want Anthony Davis for Luka Dončić, I don't care what LeBron says. I don't care if he knew, if he didn't know Anthony Davis. It's time for you to pack your bags. They just said we can get Luka. Unfortunate reality of it is Luka is a top 5 player in this league, and he's only 25 years old. You got to go. But y'all acting like this is a big deal. And then, well, of course, Blaze, LeBron only has maybe 1 or 2 years left. Duh. Everybody gets replaced, especially when you're 40 years old. Why do y'all think it's a bad thing that the Lakers got LeBron's replacement? I mean, in reality, AD was supposed to be Bron's replacement. But AD just started to show too many signs that the Lakers started to doubt if he could be a true number one. And so what the Lakers got is we have a true face of the franchise even when LeBron retires, because when Kobe left, the Lakers had a whole bunch of dud years, right? When Kobe left, they didn't have a face. This is going to be a seamless transition from LeBron to Luka. You're leaving the organizations in good hands. And don't let these motherfuckers mess around and figure out how to win a championship. Do y'all know? And I'm gonna give you guys some breaking news. And our DJ podcast. I don't care how much better Anthony Davis was playing this year. He ain't Luka Dončić. I don't care how much defense he was playing. He's not Luka Dončić. If Luka Dončić gets presented to you for Anthony Davis who's 32, 33 years old, and Luka Dončić who's 25 in his prime, can only get better. You make the trade, especially if all you got to give up is Max Christie and a draft pick. You say Luka ain't him either. Luka's a top 3 player in the league. Luka's been first team all NBA. You can say he's not him, but the last time I checked, Luka dragged a bunch of scrubs to the NBA finals last year. Because outside of Kyrie Irving, who really hasn't done anything since he played with LeBron James, that roster was not very good. You got a rookie Derek Lively. You got Daniel Gafford, who spent time with Chicago and Washington and was looked at like a bona fide scrub. And you got PJ Washington, who when he was in Charlotte, we didn't know he was going to make it through his rookie deal. He was looking like a scrub. All 3 of these dudes who were marginal role players play with Luka Dončić. They look way, way better playing with Luka Dončić, and he drags these bums to the finals. Yes, scrubs, because I never heard none of y'all talking about no PJ Washington until he played with Luka. None of y'all talked about no Daniel Gafford until he played with Luka. And none of y'all was talking about no Derrick Jones Jr. until he played with Luka. Man, y'all gotta stop. Yes, no, Tyson, this is facts. There's nothing wrong with saying they role players because that's exactly what they are. Because you know what's happening right now? You ain't talking about no Daniel Gafford right now because Luka ain't there. You ain't talking about no Derek Lively right now because Luka ain't there. You're not talking about none of these dudes. Look, hold on. Derrick Jones Jr. left the Dallas Mavericks. Can y'all give me y'all last Derrick Jones Jr. sighting anywhere on a basketball court? I want y'all to tell me. I want y'all to tell me in 2024 and 2025, Derrick Jones Jr. was out there with Luka looking like one of the best wing defenders in the league. Can y'all please show me Please tell me right now, where the hell is Derrick Jones Jr. right now? Luka he elevates players like no other. He had a rookie Derek Lively looking like a bona fide veteran. Derek Lively ain't caught a lob since Luka ain't been playing. Now they're top 3 defense. The last time I checked, that top 3 defense just got mobbed by 40. And don't tell me it was because Kyrie Irving was not playing. Because Kyrie Irving can't defend himself. I keep telling y'all keep talking about these. You need defense to win. But you also need scoring buckets too. Because I think y'all don't understand, to be a great defense in today's NBA, you got to be a great team defense. And a great team defense does not require 5 great individual defenders. It just requires 5 players that are willing to communicate and lock in and work together and be great as a team defensively. Jason Kidd is really good getting guys to defend well because, one, he was a defensive guard. He can coach up Luka and Kyrie to be much better within the team confines. And he was able to coach up those bigs and navigate all of the pick and rolls because they were a good defensive team. Nobody was talking about Daniel Gafford being an elite defender until nobody was talking about Derek Lively as an elite defender. These are all byproducts of Luka Dončic's greatness. Because y'all can't tell me what Derrick Jones Jr. has been on since he left Dallas. I just said Derrick Jones Jr. is not on the Mavs. I'm asking you, where the hell is he at? I've been said that. I want you to tell me. What has Derrick Jones Jr. done since he left the Mavericks? Somebody tell me. Has he been this great defender that you saw last year? What games? Where have you seen him? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't care or know about him. You ain't made no Derrick Jones Jr. sightings whatsoever. No, Luka made them a better team. Just like Nikola Jokic, who y'all say don't defend, makes Denver a better team. Yeah, I mean, look, y'all. Yeah, it's just weird now that the Lakers get Luka Dončić, and now all of a sudden everybody want to pretend Luka Dončić ain't that dude. Look at Crooktown P. He would go to the sorriest franchise in NBA history. Derrick Jones Jr. ain't doing nothing for the Clippers. Man, quit, man, Crooktown P. What you mean playing pretty good for us? Luka had him in the finals. I can bet money the Clippers ain't sniffing nobody's finals with James Harden leading the helm. I don't care if Kawhi Leonard healthy or not. They ain't sniffing nobody's finals. Luka dragged a team of nobodies to the finals. Y'all can pretend like this is a stellar stud team that he had. That was not a stellar stud team that he drugged to the finals. Bro, now it's funny now y'all want to talk about defense and top defenses. They was a top defense because they had one of the best defensive coaches in the league, and it was a great team defense. They was a great defense with 2 of the worst perimeter defenders in the league. That alone tells you that they're just a great team defense. You had the worst defensive backcourt in basketball with Luka and Kyrie. If you play under the right structure and system, you can still look like a great defense. That's why I've been telling y'all a great defense isn't about individual defenders. It's about willingness to buy into the team defensive scheme. Mr. Winters, why are y'all sitting here pretending like Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and Derrick Jones Jr. ain't nothing more than just role players? Why y'all got to pretend all of a sudden? Now I don't watch. No, nobody, Crooktown Pete, don't nobody watch the Clippers. And I'm almost positive that the Clippers probably lost 50% of viewership when Rated R Sports got kicked off YouTube. Because y'all was really the only ones watching. Nobody care about the Clippers. Sorry, ask why y'all be wanting to sit and propagate these sorry teams to me. Oh, the one thing we know about the Clippers is they're going to be sorry. I don't know how they're going to be sorry. I don't know what they're going to do to be sorry. I just know by the end of the year, they're going to be sorry. Even in years where the Clippers look like world beaters. In the last year where the Clippers look like a team that would win the NBA Finals, they went out sorry than a motherfucker to Luka Dončić or to the Denver Nuggets. Somebody, I don't know who it was. They went out sorry and sad. Link is in the chat, man. Yeah, I want to talk about the Clippers, man. Derrick Jones Jr. went to the Clippers. Well, he basically just ended his career. Now they playing great basketball, man. Boy. No, it was Luka Dončić. They went to the finals last year because of Luka Dončić. Let's stop pretending. They went, the Dallas Mavericks were in the finals last year because of Luka Dončić. Now all of a sudden he goes to the Lakers, and now you're all trying to pretend and get yourselves to believe, man, Luka Dončić, man, his defense, man, the Lakers can't win. Are y'all retarded? Like, are y'all slow all of a sudden? So y'all telling me if the Lakers trade for Nikola Jokic that they ain't gonna have a chance to win? I don't think the one thing that I'm 1,000% for sure of is that majority of you guys don't know what a good NBA defense looks like. Y'all don't know really how to break down defense. I mean, did y'all see George trying to explain defense the other day when we had the film on the screen? Come on, man. Let me bring people up, man. We got West Coast, we got Olo, we got George in here, man. Oh, man. West Coast, man, what's good? Let me let you go first, man. What you got on this, man?
Bro, if they think that viewership is like down or a problem, they're tripping. I'm gonna tell you because I live in Mexico and the sports bar economy is only growing. And what are the sports that you think people want to watch? It's NBA, NFL, and MLB. All eyes are on the NBA and the NFL. MLB, I would say, is third because people support Mexican baseball a lot in Mexico. But the NBA grew a lot in popularity since Braun and Curry were clashing in the finals. I think that drew in a whole bunch of people.
No, I get it. I agree, man. I agree. I look, man. It's not that you didn't even have to come up here and say that. The people in the chat that are crying about viewership, these are things that I know that they can go look up themselves. Because when I looked up here, the fact that you came up here and just doubled down, I just read off to them earlier that the viewership in Mexico was on over 100% increase. You shouldn't have to take an actual person who lives in Mexico to come up here and tell y'all, nah, we fuck with the NBA. Like that's how sorry they've gotten. That you literally have to get somebody from the country to tell you, no, well, we love the NBA over here. I don't know what y'all talking about. And I don't think a lot of people, they're trying to discredit the global presence. They're trying to make it seem like the viewership only matters if it's viewership here in the U.S. And viewership in the U.S. hasn't declined. It's the exact same as it's always been. From between 1 million to 1.5 million in viewership. It's the exact same. It ain't really changed. Olo, what's good, man? What you got on this?
What up, Lamont? In the chat earlier, I was saying, like, to Derrick Jones' defense, he is part of that Clippers team that's second at defensive rating.
Okay, look, and this is all I ask. If you feel like the Clippers being second in defensive rating makes them a contender, let's start betting money. I'm taking all bets right now. I'm betting any type of money. They don't even get to the Western Conference Finals. They don't even have to win the Western Conference Finals. If that's defense, if all this so-called defense without a bona fide star means something, because you the Clippers got Kawhi Leonard, who can fall apart at any minute now. You got James Harden, who we don't know what to expect from him, right? He's playing good basketball right now, and y'all third best option is Norman Powell, right?
Zubac.
And on top of the fact that y'all are the Clippers. The Clippers ain't going nowhere. I don't care if they have the number 1 defense, number 2 defense. When I look at that roster, it don't have the star power necessary of what it takes to be a championship contender, right? It's great that you want to run around and say good job to Tyronn Lue for coaching them up on defense. They're not winning nothing. And I want y'all to ask yourself, all the good defenses that the Clippers had, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, I want y'all to ask yourself, how was Luka able to beat the life out of them multiple times? How was Luka able to embarrass them whenever he stepped on the court? So at the end of the day, you can run around and cry. You can run around and make this stuff up, but you better be able to pair that defense with some offense, or that defense don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I don't see them being a contender in the West. I see like second round maximum, but other than that, I see a first round exit just like last year, to be honest.
Man, first round exit, man. I see first round. I don't even know if they get to the second round. I don't even know if they stay at the 6th seed. Like, at the end of the day, I don't see them maintaining the 6th seed over the Clippers. I don't see them maintaining the 6th seed over the Mavericks. I don't see them maintaining the 6th seed over the Suns. I see a plenty of teams that can overtake the Clippers as it stands right now. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if the Warriors even able to make a move and overtake them. At the end of the day, the Clippers right now is holding on for dear life. I don't care how good their defense is. And I'm taking all bets. I don't believe the Clippers are definitely not moving up. And with the teams below them, but they a Kawhi Leonard injury away from being a play-in team.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy. And let me go to another thing, because one of the things that they cry about with viewership are these players that load manage. Funny how these Crooktown P's being here. Y'all got the GOAT of load management on y'all roster. And y'all got all faith in him. Y'all be people like Crooktown P be the first ones to say something negative about LeBron James, but you got the GOAT of load management, GOAT of all time, and it's not even gonna come close. And y'all rally behind Kawhi Leonard. Y'all be rallying behind Kawhi Leonard like he really that dude. What is wrong with y'all, man?
They did lose to the Raptors last night or the night before.
What does that mean?
No, I don't mean nothing. I was just mentioning it. It's one regular season game. It's gonna happen. You're gonna see the Charlotte Hornets beat the Celtics one time. It ain't gonna mean nothing. But some people might create a narrative like, oh, they might be frauds because they lost to one of the bottom 5 teams in the league.
So with that logic, is the Lakers frauds because they lost to the 76ers?
That's what I'm saying. That's why like one game can't really, if we lose,
you can't just come up with logic and just think it works for one team.
No, it works. It works for. Well, it don't really work, but every team gets that question every time they lose to a garbage team. Like people probably said I'm sure there's a lot of people that said the Lakers was frauds after they lost to the 76ers. I was pissed off. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George, just Maxey tearing your ass up. And LeBron was playing, and even though AD played the first quarter, but everybody else other than him and Vanderbilt was pretty much healthy and playing the game, and we got blown out by 30.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a good look. I agree. Just like with any other team. But it happens every season where a number 1 seed will go up to a 15 seed, underestimate them because they got their undrafted rookies out there and they get their head busted.
Mm.
I mean, it's the NBA, man. You can get beat on any night by anybody. I mean, and that just tells you how talented this league is.
I disagree with the talent.
You
disagree with the talent?
Yes, I disagree with the talent. Y'all overrate the talent in this era.
How do we overrate the talent, man?
Bro, it's the rules, man. The rules have these guys looking like how they look.
Give me one rule.
What you mean? Give you one rule?
They gonna stay traveling.
Hold on. Give me one rule. Hold on. I just said, just give me one rule.
They relax the defense for the offense.
That's not a rule. That's just your opinion. What rule?
That's not an opinion. That's what happened.
What's the rule?
What do you mean? What's the rule?
What rule? Give me. Okay. hold on. If that's not a rule, that's just your opinion. If you say that
That's not my opinion.
relax,
That's what happened.
hold on, Mingo. Just listen to what I'm asking you. If you're saying that they changed the rules for better scoring, what rule?
You can't touch the players really no more today. They call a foul for everything.
Hold on. They don't call it. Hold on. Mingo Jester. They call fewer fouls in this era than they did in the 90s. So what do you mean? They call more fouls per game.
Wait a minute.
No, hold on. And even in the 2000s, they call fewer fouls per game today than they did in the golden era in the 90s. And the 90s was called the most fouls per game in NBA history, yet you never complained about it.
I don't care about the 90s. You know the 2000s.
Hold on. I want to ask you this question, Mingo. How come y'all wasn't saying, man, y'all don't let them play, man? How come you wasn't saying, man, let the guys play, man? Y'all calling too many fouls, man. How come I never heard that in the 90s?
The 2000s is my era. I think the 2000s is the best, most talented era of all time, in my opinion.
Let me ask you, Mingo Jester, give me one rule change that is making it so much easier to score. One rule change.
They relaxed they pretty much handcuff or handicap the defensive player for the offensive player. They sacrifice the defensive player for the offensive player.
What rule?
I don't exactly know what the rules is, but that's what happened. That's what they did. They wanted to sell more tickets. Offense sell tickets.
Lamar, I got a question after you. I got a question after you.
Hold on. So you said they changed the rules, but you don't know not one rule that they changed.
Lamar, check me out. How much defense are they playing when teams scoring 135 points?
Bro, not this argument.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Mingo Jester, who scored 100?
That's an all-star game in the 80s. I mean, in the 2000s. That's an all-star game in the 2000s.
Who scored? Mingo Jester, just in last night's game, who scored 135 points?
It don't happen all the time, but it happens a lot. It happens.
Okay,
teams
when was the last time it happened?
Easily in today's era.
They were scoring over 100 in the 90s.
And not in the 2000s.
Yeah, why?
I like the 2000s. The 2000s is the slowest pace era in basketball and NBA.
What y'all fail to realize is that whenever you see a massive influx or decline in scoring, it's almost always directly related to the lack of talent at something. In the 2000s, it was the lack of talent.
It wasn't the lack of talent.
And the illegal defense. In the 2000s, it was the lack of three-point shooting. How do we know it was the lack of three-point shooting? Because the league removed the illegal defense. They allowed teams to go zone. And the only thing that you can do to blow up and beat zones consistently is three-point shooting. We saw a massive decline because teams didn't have the three-point shooting when they gave everybody the zone back to combat the zones consistently. It wasn't until teams caught up with three-point shooting that now all of a sudden them zones ain't so scary no more. And you make it seem like the rules space the court.
It is.
No,
that's a part of it.
No, hold on, Mingo Jester. Just because you claim to say that,
that's a part of it. I ain't said that's the whole thing. That's a part of it.
No, Mingo Jester, hold on.
Definitely is.
I got you, Mingo Jester. What makes it easier for you to score is more talent on the court.
That's a lie.
Hold on, Mingo Jester. What? You so thirsty. You so thirsty.
Go
just
ahead.
Something that you just won't. If you don't have talent on the court, it's going to be hard for your team to score. How do we know this? For example, the Lakers, when they had Russell Westbrook, struggled to score the basketball because they could not space the floor and shoot. Teams just packed the paint and allowed them to drive recklessly in while they just collected rebounds and went the other way. You could chuck up threes. We think you're going to miss them. At the end of the day, your talent on the floor gives you spaces the floor for you. If you don't have shooters, you're not going to get space. If you don't have talent on the court, you're not going to have space. So teams have figured out if we put more skilled players on the court, we'll have a more productive offense, especially if these guys can shoot the ball at a high level. So this is why it's almost a prerequisite that for a lot of these guys to be able to shoot 35, 40% from the corner three, at least the corner three, the shortest three-pointer on the court, right? You got to be able to space the floor. This is why The hardest players to obtain right now are the 3-and-D players, the guys that can stretch the floor. Why is stretching this floor so valuable? Why are the 3-and-D players so hard to acquire right now? Why is teams like New Orleans not letting go of all the 3-and-D players that they got? Why are teams retaining and holding on to these guys? Because you need these players to stretch the floor and make it easier for you to score. Yeah, everybody needs to understand this is not an equal opportunity league. You offensively get on the court what you're able to put out there. If you want more spacing, you better put shooters out there. If you want to play hardball and you want it to look like the 90s, well, go ahead and push against the grain. Don't put no shooters out there and just drive into the paint all night. And let's see how that work out for you. Because every time a team does that, all y'all do is cry about them, like y'all did with Russell Westbrook. Every time guys put their head down and just start driving, and then they start missing layups because they just driving, y'all start crying, calling them sad, right? Like the Pat Beverleys, like the Draymond Greens, all the players that try to play this rough and tough, sorry ass style that y'all say is this great basketball. All y'all do is cry when they can't make threes. So don't give me this. It takes talent to do what they're doing today. It takes a lot of skill to do what they're doing today. And on top of that, they are playing better defense than they're playing today. Y'all just don't give them credit for it. Because y'all always – no, I'm not done. Because y'all always just looking to cry about something. Mingo Jester, the unfortunate reality is that you one of those people, you have absolutely nothing good to say about today's league because you just one of them old, grumpy, sorry-ass fans that just don't want to see your past era get passed up by what players are doing today. And at the end of the day, it's getting passed up. It's okay. Everything gets passed up with time. But at the end of the day, you got to stop with this steadfast hatred or that where you just try to say anything is negative about today's game, even if it don't make no sense whatsoever. You done now? No, I'm not done. Okay. Y'all making these claims that there's no skill. Yet every NBA player will tell you there's more skill today than ever before. But Mingo Jester, we're just supposed to take Mingo Jester's word for it. Mingo Jester, y'all, he says it's not much skill today, y'all, even though we watch it every single night. There are guys in this league, for example, like a Norman Powell. A Norman Powell has been relegated to the bench as a role player for the majority of his career. The first time he gets the opportunity to be a bona fide number 2 option, he's looking like an all-star. We literally have to suppress talent like Norman Powell as role players, primarily because there's so much talent in this league that he ends up relegated on the bench as a role player almost his entire career. And he gets one lucky shot because sorry-ass Kawhi Leonard don't want to play, and he shows people I can score the ball too. And the unfortunate reality of it, as soon as Kawhi comes back, he's going to have to suppress and go right back into that role because of the talent in this league. That's how much talent we got. Okay, now you done? No, I'm not done. Okay, go ahead. You think I'm in a hurry to let you just regurgitate some BS that you haven't researched? Go ahead. You have the nonsense you want to. Go ahead. Okay, Mingo Jester, we're gonna give you the floor. Mingo Jester. Let him cook, Lamont. Let him cook. No, what I want you to do, Mingo Jester, is I want you to, if you're gonna talk about defense, really talk about real defense and get into the meat and bones. If you're gonna talk about offense, get into the meat and bones. I don't want to hear you crying about stuff that you don't know. I don't want you here bringing up rule changes. Hold on. I don't want you bringing up rules or rule changes, yet you don't even know what rules and rule changes you're talking about. If you were going to make these wild, ridiculous claims, I want you to have some type of substance to support it other than you saying, well, this rule changes. Well, what rule changes? I don't know. I just know it's rule changes. No, that ain't going to cut it today. You need to come with some bona fide facts to support what you're saying. Okay. What do you got for us?
First of all, Luka himself, when he first came to the NBA, he said, it's easier to score over here than it is where I came from. Luka Dončić said that. That's a fact. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. Luka Dončić himself, that play in the league now, he's on the Lakers now, he said it's easier to score in the NBA than it is where he came from.
Why did he say it was easier? Why did he say it was easier? Why did he say it was easier?
I don't know, but he said it was easier.
No. Luka Dončić actually explained why he said it was easier.
Why he said it was easier?
Hold on, Mingo. No, don't stop at Luka said it was easier. I want you to tell the people, what did Luka specifically say made it easier to score? No, Mingo. Hold on, Mingo. You just brought this point up. So
That's all I heard.
What did I just tell? Hold on.
I didn't hear that after that.
Hold on. What did I just tell Mingo to do? I said, Mingo, if you bring something up, you better have something to substantiate it. Don't bring up something Luka said.
What else did he say?
Oh, no. Why are you asking me? And you said you listened to it.
I heard nothing else after that. All I heard was he said that it was easier to score. I heard nothing else after that.
Because
I didn't hear nothing else after that.
Because I know. Because I actually listened to everything that Luka said. There were a couple of different factors to it. One of the things Luka said was, he says, internationally over there, he said, one, the court is smaller. It's easier to get up and down the court. You don't get as tired. Number two, he said there's more skilled players in this league. He says you have more spacing because every time you look up, I got a three-point shooter here. I got a three-point shooter there. He says defenses can't just cheat all the time. So when you have a bigger court, which the NBA court is bigger, you can also, when you space the floor out, you get more spacing. So he said you get more spacing because he said bigger court and better players. So why would Luka, hold on, why in that same conversation, Luka would attribute his ability to score much easier to the skill that's on the floor around him. Also, the court is bigger, so you're not just boxed in. Because I guarantee you, if we all went to one of those tiny YMCA gyms, right, where you got to go 5 steps to get up and down the court, some of y'all could actually look like y'all know how to play basketball without getting tired. But when we step on a real court, a college-sized court or an NBA court, we start going up and down. Y'all huffing and puffing, and all the weed smoking Black and Miles, y'all coughing out your lungs. So at the end of the day, he made a good point, but he also talked about the skill around him. Why did you not say that? Why did you just stop at he said it's easier to score?
That's all I heard. I didn't hear all that other stuff.
Why didn't you? Hold on. How did you only hear that?
Because that's all I heard. I was listening to him. He said
didn't hear it. No,
but then
somebody told you.
I didn't hear all that extra stuff you added on to it. I didn't hear all that.
No, that's because somebody told you. Luka said that.
No, nobody didn't tell me nothing. I'm gonna go Google it. I'm gonna go Google it and look at the clip again. I'm gonna go Google it and look at the clip again.
Real quick,
to make sure I heard what I heard and what you said. He said that.
All right, well, go ahead,
also,
man. Go ahead.
Also,
you'll learn something. No, go listen.
Y'all King said that they shoot too many threes. LeBron himself said that they shoot too many threes today. LeBron said that. I didn't say it. LeBron said it.
I mean, what is that saying though?
Hold on.
He told me to tell me not go off nigga, just the word. Go off whoever Mingo, LeBron said that himself.
Mingo, did they
shoot too many threes today?
Did the NBA take away the swipe through foul?
No, not about all that. LeBron himself. He told me don't go by what Mingo said. You told me to go by what somebody. So LeBron said himself, they shoot too many threes today. So what you got to say about that?
Okay, I'm fine with LeBron saying that.
Okay. So it ain't just me talking now. It ain't just me talking.
I would expect LeBron to say that because every time I look up, the Los Angeles Lakers are getting bombarded with threes by some team. So I would hate threes too.
Yep.
Okay. So
I mean, Jesus Christ! Every time, hold on. Last year, y'all.
I guess LeBron.
Hold on. Last year, every time I looked up, you got a guy like Dante Exum, 5 threes. How the hell is that? Every time you look up, somebody is having an all-time night versus the Lakers last year from the 3-point line. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't expect LeBron James to like the 3-point line because they've been getting barbecued from the 3-point line by teams like that. So
Lamont, just give him a game from this year. No, like this year, the Lakers lost to the Mavericks without Luka or Kyrie. Like the what you call it, the role play
with threes.
Yeah, the role players.
Miami did to the Lakers.
Are better.
Look at what Miami and Tyler Hero was doing. Bomb them from the 3-point. Of course, if you're getting bombed from the 3-point line by these young dudes that you can't keep up with, you got to guard them at the 3. Then they start making threes. Now they drive into the basket. When you 40, you start complaining about stuff like that, Mingo Jester. Shit, you getting tired of chasing these dudes around the court.
It's an excuse for everything. But y'all got an excuse for everything.
Ain't no excuse. This is just what's happening.
Y'all got an excuse for everything. Ain't no fact. Y'all got an excuse for everything, bro. I swear, y'all got the most excuse. Y'all got more excuses to the stripper in church.
So Mingo Jester, I want you to explain to us. How are 3-pointers bad for the game?
I don't know. You ask your king. He the one said it.
Okay, now I'm asking you.
Ask your king. He said that. I didn't say it.
So are you telling me you don't have any organic thought in your own? You just co-sign anything that you hear that you like?
Y'all do the same thing when it benefits our argument.
No, I don't.
This is what the people say right here. And you go do the whole video.
What is
you do the same thing when it benefits your argument?
What is your hold on, Mingo Jester? We're having a basketball conversation. This is not a conversation where I told you to go quote as many people you can find that you think agree with you. What is your opinion on the 3-point line? Why is the threes good or bad to you?
To me, the threes are bad for the game. Well, I've been watching the game. I've been watching the NBA since I understood what the NBA is and what it's about. And I think the threes are bad for the NBA because guys pass up wide open layups to pass it back out to the 3-point line. The Boston Celtics, I see them do it all the time. Dudes have wide open layups and they'll pass it back to Jason Tatum for a three.
The fucking bench players.
Hold on, when was this? Is there a clip I can refer to that shows me this?
Man, I don't know I don't know the exact game, but I done seen plenty of teams do it. It ain't only the Boston
I'm going to
Celtics.
find a player for you.
It's a pretty good bit of teams that do that. They pass up open layups and stuff to get the pass it, to shoot it back out.
Hold on, but Mingo Jester, whatever the Boston Celtics are doing, they won a championship last year. So don't you think they have a winning formula?
I'm saying they did win a championship. That ain't what I was arguing. I'm not arguing them not winning.
No. But what I'm saying is whether you like the style or not.
But you ain't asking me about. Don't try to move the goalpost.
I'm not moving it. I'm asking you a question.
Yes, you are. That ain't what you asked me. You asked me why didn't I like that? Now you're talking about a championship.
No, I'm
That's
asking
moving the goalpost.
We're having a conversation. Don't cry about we having a conversation.
No, I ain't crying. That's come on.
I know. Man. Okay, Mingo, you just yapping now. We can't hear nothing. All I'm saying is this: we know that you are really about teams winning championships. You got Jordan as the GOAT. You talk about how important the 6-0 is, rightfully so. Aren't you just happy about the fact that whatever the Celtics was doing, they played a whole bunch of defense, which is what we like, and their strategy on offense worked so well that they won a championship? Why should they change it just because you don't like it?
It ain't only the Boston Celtics. I said that. It's other teams that do it too. The Boston Celtics is not the only team in the NBA. It's other teams that do it.
You brought up the Celtics.
What other teams
I
do
said
it?
the Celtics as an example, but it's other teams that do it though.
Like who?
There's plenty of teams, but bro, it's all kind of teams that do it. Just name some teams.
Hold on, real quick. Mango, you said you quoted Luka, and you obviously don't respect today's game. And you like quotes out of context. So I want to ask you what you think about this quote real quick. Real quick. Hold on.
I can't hear you. Your mic
kind of muffled.
I don't know what's wrong with your mic. I can't hear you. That's what I was saying.
Your mic is clear enough. He can hear you.
I can't hear you. Okay. You can't tell me what I can hear and what I can't hear. I can't hear him.
It's a little muffled, but you can hear him. Go ahead.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Can you hear me better now?
Go ahead.
That's really good. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a quote, and I want to get your opinion on it. For scorers like myself and Carmelo and Kevin Durant, the rules from the 80s can be more beneficial for us because you have to be played straight up. You want a double team, you got to come all the way over. So for us, I don't care if you hand check us with 3 hands. If there's nobody behind you, you're not going to stop us. So the zone, I think, cripples some of the top scorers. Kobe Bryant said that from your favorite era.
Okay.
So
yeah, it did.
You're talking about defenses today not being shit. That's your guy talking.
Yes,
that's your guy talking about. He's saying the defense.
It did cripple them to a certain extent. But guess what though? They still played through it. It did cripple the era to a certain extent. Hell, Michael Jordan said the same thing. Michael Jordan
said the zone hurt, but that's what they play now. Kobe Bryant played pre-zone and during the zone. So he's telling you which one is more effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is defense worse now when they have the more effective defense now?
According
to a guy who played from both. Nobody cares what Hakeem says about modern defenses because he didn't play he didn't play against modern offenses. His style of defense translates to the past. This is Kobe Bryant who played in both.
Yeah.
So if we want to talk about Luka's quote, what do you think about this quote? Do you agree or disagree with Kobe?
I mean, of course I agree with Kobe. Kobe is one of the most brilliant basketball minds ever. Like literally one of the most brilliant basketball minds ever.
Okay,
so of course I agree with what Kobe said.
Okay, so do you agree that Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony, Melo's retired now, but 2 modern guys, actually they would struggle in the past, or do you think Kobe is right and that they would cook dudes in the past?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, KD's average over 30.
I'm gonna tell you like this: any superstar caliber player, offensive wise, like a KD, like a Carmelo, like a Kobe, like a one of these guys that elite, LeBron, these elite guys, they were cooking in the era. I done said this a million times. Any dude that's a superstar caliber, they were cooking any era. Luka, these guys like that, Giannis, they were cooking any era.
Okay,
It's
what about
because
what about Jason Tatum? What about Jason Tatum? Do you think he
yeah,
would cook in the 90s?
yeah, he would, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Jason,
he would.
he gets called soft now by a lot of older fans. He gets called soft by a lot of people.
He
Ain't
would.
nobody call him soft, but the boy on Gil show, man. Ain't nobody call
Brandon Jennings,
Jason
no,
soft.
no, no, no. See, I hate the
Brandon Jennings
Celtics, so I'm all for
don't like
I'm all
Tatum
for
for some
Celtics'
reason.
sake.
I
He
don't know
gets
what's
called
his
soft
deal
all
with
the
Tatum.
time. He gets called. It's not just Brandon Jennings. He gets
It's
called
definitely
soft a
lots of
lot.
people calling Tatum soft.
I don't call Tatum a lot. No, actually, a lot more people call Anthony
He's
Davis
not
soft
talking
than
about
Tatum.
anybody directly on this panel. He's just saying in general, which that's true. They do
A
call
lot
him soft.
more people
Nothing to
call
argue
Anthony
there.
Davis soft
Go ahead and
than
finish
Tatum.
leftover takes.
So what about LaMelo Ball? He's a guy. I mean, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, guys who take a lot of threes. Do you think that they also would be fine in the 90s?
I don't know. They young though, bro. I don't know. They young. I don't know.
Okay,
Players,
they're
they
considered
took those
stars right
cats
now. You
in the
said the
90s. It's not even a conversation.
They
Hold on,
young.
finish
I don't know
leftover
about
takes.
them.
Leftover takes. Finish your take, and I'm gonna move on. I gotta get to
that's
a couple
really
other people.
it.
But
I just
wait
want
a
to see
minute.
what
But
you
wait a
thought
minute,
about
my
that
guy.
quote.
Let me ask you this then. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you this one question. Then Lamont, you can move on. Do you think the Victor Wembanyama, do you think he should be taking 9 threes a game? His size and all that, you think he should be
Tatum
jacking 9 threes a game? Yeah.
If it works, it works. If it works, it works.
Can
And
he
it's
get him
working. And it's
consistent?
working.
Hey, yes, and I'm
And
gonna
it's
tell y'all
working.
why. I'm
Is
gonna
it
tell
what?
y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why he needs to take, because my big man that I have right now on my team,
Mhm.
from the start of the year, the first thing that I told him, I said, I'm gonna need you to take at least 3 to 4 threes a game, make or miss. And I tell him this, I said, because, and somebody got an echo, y'all. I think it's Twin. But
Yeah, I think it's you, man.
no, I don't have an echo. It's Twin. All right. So I tell people this. I told him this because I says, if you work on it in practice in a game, all it takes is for you to make one. If you make one, you completely change in a game how the team defends for the rest of the game. And for Wembanyama, a guy that is 7 feet tall, he's going to have a ton of people loading up in the paint to try to stop him. In any game, if he makes 1 or 2 threes, he has now shifted how that team defends him for the rest of the game. If he just goes every single game with the intent of, I'm going to score inside, well, you know what teams are going to pick up on the fact? They're going to pick up on the fact that he's not going to shoot the three, and all he wants to do is score in the paint, and they're just going to load up in the paint. So at the end of the day, what you do is you space the floor, and it's not him making the three that's important. It's the fact that he will actually take the three that's important. And with these players today, the more that you take it, the more confidence you get taking it. It's just only a matter of time before they actually start falling. So for Wemby, if he's taking 9 threes a game, if he's making just 2 to 3 of those, you are now redefining how teams defend you.
I'm not.
Right? And you're say that. I'm just telling you how basketball works. And you can pretend, but at the end of the day, I watched the coach at Scottsdale Community College. We started the first play of the game. My big man, he usually makes about 1 a game. He starts the game off. He knocks down a 3 at the top of the key. You see the coach, first shot of the game, going ballistic. I told you. And I said, that's what being able to stretch the floor does. And then my own big man that same game came to me. He said, hey, coach. He said, the coach said, don't leave me. Why did my big man come tell me that? Because because he made 1 3, the other team's opposing center is not leaving my big man no matter where he goes. So you know what they no longer have? They no longer have help defense rim protection because my big made 1 3 to start the game. And you know what we proceeded to do? We proceeded to barbecue they ass for the rest of the game. If y'all want to see the game, it's on my channel, man. So at the end of the day, making 1 3 changes how teams defend you. And you don't, and I encourage all my players, especially my bigs, you have to be willing to take them, because if you make 1, you in their head for the rest of the game. But it takes having played, it takes having coached to a certain degree, it takes studying the game to a certain degree to understand why they won't win be doing that. As opposed to just crying and complaining about the fact that he's taking the threes. Why don't y'all look at the science of basketball and see how important it is that he takes threes to stress the defense out, to make life easier? Because
it's because they nostalgia merchants, Lamont.
You don't want Wemby going down there battling with
nostalgia merchants.
Thank you.
So they're nostalgia merchants.
Because
they're asking that question. Real quick, because I'm not going to be up here long. Mingo Jester asking that question is exactly what's wrong with old heads. At the end of the day, it's common sense why it's a benefit for Victor Wembanyama to shoot threes. It's actually very ABC basketball. Lamont, you didn't even have to go into that long explanation. Any true basketball fan understands that you can stretch the floor. You open up driving lanes for your more skilled players.
Everybody knows that.
You have nostalgia merchants up here. You have nostalgia merchants up here like Mingo Jester, who's going to give you anecdotal evidence of people driving the lane and kicking it out to the 3-point line. That happens all the time. That doesn't.
I say it happen all the time. I say it happens. I never said it happens all the time.
Literally, he'll use anecdotal evidence to make a nonsense point.
Let him finish.
Cooking when at the end of the day, he just doesn't like this brand of basketball because him and people like George are nostalgia merchants. Let's be real here.
Man, you're talking nonsense. You're just rambling. But anyway,
I'm rambling, but you can't refute what I'm saying. You're a nostalgia merchant. That's why you asked your question about Victor Wembanyama, because you're a nostalgia merchant.
Because guess what?
You want Victor Wembanyama in the post, banging in the post, when at the end of the day, he's skilled enough to be a 3-level scorer.
Okay.
So you're a nostalgia merchant. Just say you want Victor Wembanyama in the post, banging in the post.
Okay, so this the thing. It ain't necessarily banging in the post. I said 9 threes. Lamont said his centers, the difference between what Lamont said and Wemby, Lamont said his centers shoot 4 threes a game.
Because we don't play 48 minutes. We play 40.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example.
It's a different game.
4 threes. He shoot 9. You really want your center shoot, even in a 48-minute game. You really want
has the ability to shoot 9 threes and
wait a minute. Let me talk. Dude is like 8 foot. Out there shooting 9 threes a game.
So it makes perfect sense.
I don't even know
it makes perfect sense. I'm taking away your help side defender, your rim protector away from the rim.
Everybody on the court.
It doesn't matter. I'm taking your rim protector.
Mingo, hold on.
Lamont, you see what I'm talking about?
Hold on. Just let him finish, Mingo. You yelling
at the time
he talk. No, he didn't, because he's still talking. Let him finish. We're going to come right back to you.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm talking about. Listen to what he's saying right now.
Bro, I heard what he's saying.
If he's down there, guess what? That means the rim protection's there. But if I have the ability and my big man has the ability to shoot 9 threes and hit at least 4 of those, that means I'm taking your rim protection out of the paint. That's what that means, Mingo Jester. But you're a nostalgia merchant. You missed the days of Shaq. You missed the days of Akeem Olajuwon and Kareem and Will and Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing. You missed those days when the big man was just in the paint, taking baby hooks and shooting mid-range jump shots or fadeaway shots. You missed that. So you'll see a player, a very unique player like Victor Wembanyama, who has the ability to stretch the floor and help his team, because that only helps his team and helps the offense. You'll sit here and say that that's bad basketball because you're a nostalgia merchant.
I never said it was bad basketball.
Just admit it, bro.
I never said it was bad basketball. That never came out of my mouth.
So why are you bringing it up if you don't think it's bad basketball?
You shut the hell up and let me talk. I never said it was bad basketball. What I said is that your center shouldn't be taking, especially if he's taller than everybody on the court, shouldn't be taking those 9 threes a game. Yes, I ain't saying he shouldn't be taking threes at all. Yes, he should be taking threes, but not 9 is what I'm saying. That's all I was saying.
So it's just the quantity that you have a problem with.
For no reason. That ain't what I'm saying.
Mingle. So it's just
Can
the
you fucking
quantity of
listen to
shots.
what I'm saying instead of going off on a tangent?
He just want to talk.
Hold on. But Mingo, Wemby doesn't average 9 threes a game.
I was just getting ready to say that.
It was a stretch of games. It was a stretch of games.
Hold on, Mingo.
Like 9 threes a game.
He averages 6 threes a game.
Oh, 6. Okay, 6. 6 then. That's still a lot for him.
That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
He's calling it everybody on the court, is what I keep saying. That's easy.
More than 10 threes a game would be too much for Victor
basket. He's 8
No,
foot
it's
tall.
not. There's no easy baskets in the NBA.
It is easy baskets in the NBA. That's why they score so damn much.
There's no easy baskets in the NBA. There's something wrong with you.
No, there's something wrong with you.
Bro, I understand. Like I said, you're a nostalgia merchant, and I get it. I understand.
Up all this nonsense.
You want to go back to the yesteryear. I need you to appreciate modern basketball. The worst team in the NBA right now would dog walk the teams in the 90s. Just because of the difference in skill level.
Right there. That's
just because the difference in skill level. Just because the difference in skill level.
I don't know why y'all keep saying 90s. I don't know why y'all keep saying 90s.
They were dog walking in the 2000s too. In the 2000s as well. Just because the difference in skill level.
Now that's a lie.
See, Lamont,
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't agree with that.
You ain't saying nothing to him.
I don't agree with that at all. Not
Mingo,
even
I got a
little
question
bit.
for you.
Why do y'all got okay? So Mingo, I mean, if you got so much bad to say about today's era, what's good about this era?
What's good about today's era?
Yeah, like why are you watching?
I like a few players out of today's era. I think some of the players out of today's era is really good players. That's the only thing I can really say good about it. They don't know fundamentals. They don't. I mean, these guys. That's why position is basketball because they don't know fundamentals.
Hold on, Mingo. You keep saying these blanket statements. What do you mean they don't know fundamentals? What is that?
A lot of these guys don't understand fundamentals. That's why they play the way they play.
What is fundamentals to you?
That's why their style is the way they play.
Well, what is fundamentals to you?
The fundamentals of the game. You know the fundamentals of the game.
Dribbling and
not
passing?
You know what I'm talking about. Stop playing crazy.
No,
you
I
know
don't.
What I mean.
No, I don't.
The fundamentals of the basketball, understanding simple stuff, understanding the game of basketball.
Can you elaborate for us, Mingo?
Hold on. They all know how to run pick and roll. They all know how to dribble.
Do they really?
Pass. They all know how to shoot, which is fundamental.
And pick and roll ain't hard to run.
Okay, so what are you talking about? So what fundamentals do they not know?
I mean, anybody can run a pick and roll. That ain't hard to do.
Okay, but what fundamentals do they not know?
That's why it's positionless basketball, Lamont. These guys don't understand. These guys don't understand fundamentals. That's why it's
what fundamentals basketball. Do they not understand?
Well, since you don't know, just go watch Tim Duncan. He'll show you what fundamentals is. Just go watch Tim Duncan. That's all you got to do. Just go watch Tim Duncan. He'll explain everything you need to know.
Mingle Jester, when you say something, you have to substantiate it or back it up. Otherwise, it gets dismissed. That's how presenting points are.
I don't know what to do. You can dismiss it. I don't care.
For example, I can say you're an iguana on the phone in Australia, but if I don't substantiate that, then it's like, then it doesn't make any sense.
What it is. But it's the truth, though.
You got to substantiate it, though, because otherwise anybody can say anything. Again, I can say you're an iguana on the phone in Australia, but if I don't substantiate that, it just gets dismissed. I have to put proof behind my claims. I have to substantiate them. Just like you do. So when Lamont's asking you, you're saying something, what exactly do you mean? Like, substantiate it. Don't say like, oh, well, someone just said it, or just go watch some film.
I don't say what I said. It is what it is. If you don't believe it, it is what it is. I don't care. Move on.
No, I didn't. We didn't say we don't believe you. We just said what fundamentals do they
you ain't got to explain that to me. Whatever. Move on. It is what it is.
You can explain. What fundamentals do they lack? That's what we're asking.
Damn, now Mingo mad, man. That's crazy. Go James Kingdom, man. What's good, man? I know you pulled up here, man. What's good, man?
Yo, Lamont, why y'all? This is why they called you a bully, Lamont, for this exact purpose right here, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, these dudes don't want to talk basketball, but you keep trying to feed basketball to them. They don't want to talk basketball. They want to talk drama, man. I told you they grew up on Jerry Springer. Look.
That's so lame.
Come on, man.
Now you want to talk.
That's so lame.
Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, it's real simple. Let me answer this for you, Mingo Jester. The reason that you get Wembanyama shooting those threes because for one, he can shoot it. For two, it's easier for him
Why
to
do y'all
shoot.
keep trying to explain this to me? I've already said that it's okay
Let
if he
him.
shoot threes. I've never said that he shouldn't
And
shoot
why'd you
threes.
bring it
Why you
up if
keep
it's
trying to
okay?
explain that to me? I never argued with him shooting threes.
Then why'd you
Why
bring it
you
up?
keep trying? I've never said he shouldn't shoot threes. That ain't what my
What's up,
argument
Lamont?
was. I never said that.
Okay, go James Keenum. Go ahead and finish. Go James Keenum.
Again, man, these dudes are super skilled, like Lamont clearly explained, and you can do so much with these players. That's why you actually have to play better defense. The reason today's NBA is as good as it is because they actually do play great defense in today's NBA. I always tell y'all this. These guys are not switching for big men to go out 25 feet because the guy who they're switching off of can't play defense. At the end of the day, there's so many great defenders in today's NBA. There's so many great players across the board that you have to have guys who can shoot the ball or you'll never get the ball into the paint. And the only way to get the ball into the paint isn't some little simple pass into the post. It's actually dribbling to the basket. So if your big man can't dribble, he's useless on the basketball court. If he can't shoot threes, he's useless on the basketball court. That's why you don't have no Clint Capellas running around, no Dwight Howards running around, no DeAndre Jordan's running around, because you actually have to physically shoot the basketball, or if not, you have to be a ball facilitator like Jokic is. You can't just go in the post and sit there and think you're just going to dominate in today's NBA. It's not going to work. That's in the 1900s. Even if you want to talk about the 2000s, it's not going to work. Mr. Fundamental is not working in today's NBA. It only works, not working today. It's
So you
simple and
telling
plain,
me
bro.
Tim Duncan can't play today, John?
I'm telling
You
you, it's
telling
not
me in
going to be
today's
effective.
game Tim Duncan wouldn't be able to play?
Be effective. No, Tim Duncan will have to be shooting threes. When he's out here looking like Brook.
Why do you think? Why do you think? Why do you think Anthony Davis shooting 29% from the three was hurting the Lakers so much?
Oh boy, this funny.
Like when your bigs can't shoot in today's game, it starts to become very, very tough. And this is what I think is ultimately going to be Cleveland's downfall. Well, I think Cleveland won't be able to make a significant run in the playoffs because Jared Allen and Evan Mobley will refute. They will not shoot. They won't space the floor. They're going to become easy to defend in the playoffs. This is one of the reasons why I don't see them making any significant playoff run. They won't be able to beat anybody when it comes playoff time. Teams are going to be able to lock up and defend them much easier.
But can't you lose the same way? Like if you saying that what you're saying, they're not shooting the three. But ain't it the same thing if you shooting the three and you missing? Ain't it the same result?
What do you mean the same result?
The same result. Like if you missing, you shooting threes and you missing them. And it's the same result. You gonna lose both ways, right? If you don't shoot it, you're gonna lose. If you shoot it and miss, you still gonna lose, right?
Well, generally, the teams that shoot the threes in today's game, when have you seen them, especially the good teams, when have you seen them consistently lose? You know, Golden State used the three-point as a massive weapon. They won. All the teams that won, the Celtics last year, the Celtics even this year, leading the league in three-point attempts per game. They're looking dominant.
They don't have in the NBA, though.
Even in Cleveland this year, I think they're top 5 in the amount of three-point attempts per game that they take. And look at how good they are, even though I think their demise is going to be because their bigs don't shoot threes. At the end of the day, the best teams in today's game are shooting threes. They're not just relying on this one-dimensional approach of just trying to shoot a lot of twos. And for anybody that says guys are passing up wide open layups to shoot threes, this is just false.
I say they do it sometimes. I did not say they do it repeatedly.
That only happens in guard. Like I only see that happen at the end of the LA Fitness runs when everybody's tired in the last couple of games and guys trying to go home. That don't even happen in LA Fitness. Nobody passes up wide open layups.
I can't Lamar talking about LA Fitness.
No, y'all make this stuff up because y'all say
No,
it's
make
on
that
film.
up. That actually
Hold on. Just y'all say this stuff is on film, and then when we get to trying to go to film, y'all want us to find the one time in 5,000 possessions that it happens. And you use that one time to justify that it happens all the time. And because we can't scour through thousands of hours of footage to find the one time that you say it happened, everything happens at least one time.
It happened more than once, but I ain't
No,
say
it
it
doesn't.
happened.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because otherwise, you'd be able to point to a game last night and say, "This is when it happened." Like,
I didn't watch last night. I don't even know what
No,
games came
well,
on
okay.
last night.
The last game that you watched, if it happens all the time, you'll be able to identify it, and we will be able to pull it up. It don't happen.
I don't really be watching the games, man. I be at work.
Wait, hold on. So you don't watch the games and you make claims about the games?
The defense and stuff. Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't have time. When I have time, I watch.
See why
That's
he's
what I say.
dumb.
When I have time, I watch the game. Because I work. Some of us work around here. Some of us actually have responsibility.
Hey, I work all the time, but I don't have time to watch the games.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that, big old. They're at home inside their mama basement.
That's disingenuous.
I mean, I watch it when I can, though. I watch the games when I can. I watch some of them when I can, though.
Hey, can I give a shout out? Let me give a shout out real quick, and I'm gonna go to a couple people on the panel that just pulled up. Let me give a shout out to Angry Laker Fan for the morning coffee and the Cash App. Salute to Angry Laker Fan. That's not angry. That's not Angry Hoop Fan. That's Angry Laker Fan. It's a different person, y'all. Angry Laker Fan, even though he has a crazy name, he actually talks real basketball. So I got to give shout out to Angry Laker Fan because even though his name is crazy, he might seem like he rages and stuff. He actually don't. He actually talks real basketball. And then shout out to Hitman X. He said for the Mavs won the trade. I gotta disagree with that one. I can't co-sign that one. It's a reason why people are mad that Luka went to the Lakers. And you don't really hear much uproar about AD going to the Dallas. You hear the uproar about Luka going to the Lakers. There's a reason.
Wonder why.
It don't matter.
I'm telling you. No, yeah, I'm telling you right now, bro. Luka is special. I call him Luka Skywalker, bro. That's the chosen one. That's the one that Laker legend foretold of.
But never won anything.
Man, look, bro. Let me ask you a question, Lamont. Is Luka the same player as James Harden was when he was on the Houston Rockets?
No.
He's not?
No.
He's not?
No.
So what was it? So tell me the difference.
Luka rebounds way better.
Luka's more methodical. Luka does more as far as helping others get to their bag a little bit better. I think with James Harden, when James Harden was at his peak, I think he heavily relied on having catch and shoot shooters. I think what I've seen with Luka, he's been able to succeed with a plethora of a whole bunch of different types of players. We saw him with Jalen Brunson, and that combination thrived. We saw him with Kyrie, and that combination thrived. We saw him with Derek Lively, a rookie center, and that's thriving. We saw them make a trade and bring in guys like Gafford, and that's thriving. At the end of the day, we saw him even with Porzingis have some success. That only didn't work because Porzingis couldn't stay healthy, and they thrived. He's been able to thrive with so many different types of combinations because his game is more adaptable than James Harden. Right?
Wait,
and I think James and his game is not as reliant on being ball dominant. Right? Hold on one second, Mingo Jester. Hold on one second. All I'm saying is we've seen him thrive with Kyrie, a guy that needs the ball. So we've seen him find a way to get off the ball to allow Kyrie to get to work. And we've seen him and that was a pairing when they first got together and they had those early struggles. A lot of people were thinking, oh, this won't work because they both ball dominant. But Luka figured it out and they got to the NBA Finals. And you can talk about their defense. Neither one of them could defend. They still figured things out. He finds a way to navigate through all of his weaknesses. He finds a way to elevate guys around him. He fills them with a ton of confidence. And this is just what he does at 25 years old. His ability to space the floor, create for others, make others better around him. The only thing that's going to happen with the Lakers, he's going to bring that same gravity. Right? I think he's going to make Jackson Hayes better. I think the player that's going to be impacted the most by Luka is Rui. I think Rui is going to have a career year for the rest of the year playing alongside Luka. Same with Austin Reeves. I think it's going to take a ton of pressure off of Bron. Bron can now, you don't have to rely on him in the clutch when he's tired. Luka now is the best clutch player on the team. So now you can facilitate and play through him late game and allow Bron to be the elite off-ball player that he is.
All right, so, check this out, then.
What if you're wrong, Lamont?
Didn't James
Harden? Wrong.
I said, what if you're wrong?
George.
Well, what if the season doesn't turn out the way you say it happens? Then what?
Well, wait, what? Hold on. What did I say was going to happen?
You said what you believe what Luka's going to bring to the Lakers and all that, and I said, what if you're wrong?
Then I'm wrong. It still don't change who Luka is.
Okay.
I mean, Luka. I have 7 years of watching Luka. So So you can't get mad at me for looking at him for 7 years and thinking that what he did for 7 years won't translate now.
All I said, he's the same player as James Harden was when James Harden was in Houston.
What evidence do you have to support that it won't work?
What? Huh? Because you have two ball dominant players on the same team.
He got to the finals with Kyrie.
Hold on, wait a minute. And one of them got a hell of an ego.
Kyrie got an ego.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Lamar.
Kyrie literally told the media that they were fucking ants or something like that. Kyrie has one of the biggest egos in sports, man.
Cap.
And then back to the other subject, bro. In the beginning, when the guy said about the TV ratings, we're getting the TV ratings from the same people you get your information from the sports journalists.
So what are
writers,
the TV ratings?
The reporters. They the one putting this out here. You think there's somebody that we sitting up here analyzing the TV whatever it's called?
George,
we're not doing that.
George, all I'm asking you is this. If viewership is down 50%, how come money is up 50%?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't, because I'm telling you
George,
the same way. Everybody is getting this from
international viewers.
George, I know you're not dumb, and I know you know business. I know you understand money. If viewership is going down at the rate that you guys say, how is the money going up?
You see, that's where you took the question and twisted it. I said everybody is getting this. Everybody's getting this information from the same journalists, the same TV journalists, the same reporters that's online. We're not getting this straight out our head. Where's it coming from, then, Lamont?
George, I told you.
Where's it coming from?
George, I specifically said, if you listen to what the media said,
man,
they say, hold on, y'all. If y'all listen to what the media is saying about viewership, what they're saying is actually a fact. They're saying viewership is down 48% since 2012. And when you see that, you have to ask yourself, why do they keep saying 2012? Why are they not saying 2020? Why are they not saying 2001 or 2002 or 2003? Because viewership now is the same as what it was in 2001. It's the same as what it was in 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010 and 11. 2012, we had the biggest spike in NBA viewership in NBA history. So when we see that spike, the NBA understands they were not going to be able to maintain that humongous spike. It was an anomaly. It was a one-off, and everything since 2012 has been down. It doesn't mean things have gotten worse. It's just down from the biggest spike. So the biggest spike was 2.5 million viewers per game in 2012. It's now back down to 1.4 million. That's about what it usually is. From 2000 to 2025, outside of 2012, it averages at about 1 million to 1.5 million viewers per game. That's the average. So all the NBA is doing is what they've always done. Y'all keep comparing it to the spike in 2012. That's why I say do your research. All right? Do your research. 2012 was the spike. Why are we comparing it to the spike? Compare it to what the NBA usually is. And when you look at the 1.4 million viewers per game, that's generally about what it's supposed to be. Now, if it starts to drop below 1 million viewers per game, then you actually have a conversation. So when it does drop from 1.4 million to, for example, 700,000 per game, okay, now that's a drop because now you're below the average of what you normally do. So don't let the media finesse you like you have been. Have some gumption and do just a tiny tinge of research on your own outside of just believing everything that they say, because we know that they all have an agenda. It's to find any way they can say something. There's something negative about the league because almost all of them want to flip it into blaming LeBron James. All of them watched the league, yet all of them stopped everything that they were doing to talk about these trades. The whole world stopped when you picked up your phone and you see Luka Dončić traded to the Lakers. I thought Luka don't play defense. I thought Luka shoot too many threes. Why do y'all care about Luka so much? If he is one of the main reasons why basketball is so bad. Y'all love today's basketball. Y'all love Luka. Y'all love everything that y'all see.
And he's an international player too, Lamar.
y'all stopped, dropped, and rolled when y'all did exactly what I did. When I saw that on my phone, I said, "What the fuck? This can't be real." Y'all did the same thing, and then y'all went to y'all favorite podcast to spam in the chat. Luka got traded. Luka got traded. Luka got traded. Talk about Luka.
That's a lie.
Yes, you did, George. I saw you.
No, I didn't. You ain't see me. You gonna say you saw me?
I did
That's
myself.
wild.
I saw you, George.
That's why I was watching the fight. That's wild.
George, I saw
you a
you in
wild
the
boy,
chat.
Lamont. George, you say you were watching the fight. Who won?
So I'm telling you, Luka's the chosen one, Lamont. He's the one that's gonna make the Lakers crazy good. It's gonna be some of the best basketball of all time. Y'all just brace up.
That's gonna be trash again.
I think it's funny because the narrative surrounding Luka being an international player is going to change too.
What did you say to yourself, George, when you was watching the fight and you picked up your phone and you saw Luka Dončić traded for Anthony Davis?
I didn't pick up my phone. I didn't find out till the next day.
Okay, George.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so George, when you found out, what did you do?
I said, ain't that about a bitch?
No, what did you do?
That's what I said. You not since you said you saw me in the chats. That's what. Yeah. So tell me, Lamont.
George, who panel did you go on, man? As soon as you saw that, man, tickets.
Who?
Man, you went to somebody's
channel. Look, hold on. Let me explain something to you.
Y'all crazy.
I would never pay anybody to go on their panel or to go on their channel or subscribe.
Don't charge.
Or none of
Don't
that.
charge to go on the panel. He don't do that.
That's right. I don't know nothing about it. So what are you saying? I mean, people act like it was the end of the world, but to me, it doesn't matter because the games are going to be played, and whoever wins is going to win. But when it don't turn out to be the ones y'all glazing for, I don't want to hear no excuses. Like my man over there in Mexico talking about. Now let me ask my man in Mexico. I don't even live in Mexico, but you do. What is Mexico's favorite team?
What are you talking about? Like, NBA wise?
Yeah,
I'm talking about in sports. I mean, as far as NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball.
Okay, so NBA wise, the most popular ones are Golden State, the Lakers, and Boston, or San Antonio as well.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Is any one of those teams more popular than the Dallas Cowboys in Mexico?
The Lakers probably.
That's the cap. Since I was saying, he said probably.
He in Mexico. What you calling
All
this
right,
cap
just ask the
for?
question. The Dallas Cowboys are the number one team in Mexico.
In America.
The country that he's in, and he gonna say
You're asking
probably.
about American team.
Well, yeah, I was giving it to you by sport. I don't know why you're comparing a sport to another sport. That's kind of weird.
No,
I asked you, what was Mexico's favorite team?
It goes.
Yeah, and I gave it to you based off the sport.
Who do most Mexicans root for as far as the major three sports in the United States then?
Yeah, and I gave you teams based. Okay, so do you want me to give you NFL teams now? Because I gave you the NBA ones.
I said, out of the major three sports, which one is the most popular?
What's the most popular sport in Mexico then? Which one is the most popular sport?
Okay, aside from soccer, it's probably then it's probably baseball, then basketball.
Okay, Lamont, I ain't got no more questions for the brother.
That makes sense.
Bro, that makes sense.
That makes no sense.
That means the Lakers are more popular than the Dallas Cowboys.
That makes no sense. He know the Cowboys is the most popular America's in whatever team. I know he in Mexico,
Bro,
and the Cowboys are the most popular.
Football like that. They're the most popular in America, bro. Nobody in Mexico cares about the Cowboys, bro.
You got to be out
Nobody
your
in
mind.
Venezuela cares about the Cowboys.
I think he has a misconception because, like, the Cowboys are popular in like the northern part of Mexico, but like in the southern parts, they like a lot. They like
changed it. You see what I'm saying?
No, hold on. Well, hold on. The southern parts of Mexico like San Francisco more. They like other teams, but yeah, around the border from like Texas to like the East Coast, yeah, that like those parts of Mexico normally do gravitate more towards Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys. That's fine. Like, I think it's a region thing. Where I'm at is south of the border of San Diego, so over here it's a good blend of San Francisco as well because we're south of the border of California. So there's a lot of San Francisco and Chargers fans as well.
Okay.
He answered your question, George.
Okay, he did.
And he gave a good answer.
After flipping it about 5 times.
Oh, look. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We got another trade, man.
Y'all crazy. Who is it?
Caleb Martin. Hold on. The Dallas Mavericks is on a tear right now, man.
They got Caleb Martin?
Talk to him.
Okay. That's a decent pickup, though, by the way.
That nigga Nico wasn't playing about getting.
That's a decent.
That nigga wasn't playing, bro.
Caleb Martin ain't a bum.
Who they trading for?
Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes going to
You got some
Phillies.
background noise, George. I gotta mute you, man. It sounds like you in a car, man. My fault.
So Quentin Grimes going to Phoenix?
Quentin Grimes going to Philadelphia.
Okay.
So they just traded away their only ball facilitator. That's what they just did. Their only lead guard, they just traded him away. Now at least they got a defender in Caleb Martin.
Wait a minute, they got Kyrie. Kyrie is a
He wasn't playing when he said defense wins championships. That
said
nigga,
facilitator.
he just made an all defensive lineman.
Kyrie can facilitate too.
Kyrie cannot facilitate.
Kyrie can facilitate, bro. That's a lie. Kyrie can facilitate.
Kyrie was getting blasted in the media for
Kyrie
averaging
can
1 assist
facilitate.
when he was playing with LeBron, bro. Come on now. He's not a good facilitator.
Yes, he is. Kyrie can't, bro. Y'all must have, y'all ain't watched Kyrie. Kyrie can't facilitate.
Y'all haven't watched his
That's
career,
a lie, bro.
Y'all haven't watched his career, bro.
Oh, hold on, Mingo Jester. What would you rather have Kyrie doing? Scoring or facilitating? Because he can't do both.
Well, actually, he can do both. Why he can't do both?
Kyrie is not good enough to do both.
No, that's like, bro, it's like asking
that. Kyrie is not good enough to score and facilitate. That is nasty work, Lamont. Come on now. What are we doing?
He's not Luka.
What we talking about, Kyrie? He's maybe not Luka.
When has he been successful doing it, Justin? When has he been successful doing it? Name me when. What season?
Kyrie is I ain't say he was a great facilitator. I say he was a good facilitator.
I didn't ask you if he was great.
Great and good is two different things.
Name me the season it led to success with his team that he was a scorer and a facilitator.
When he was in Boston before he got hurt that first year,
they
was actually playing good before he went really well before he got injured.
No, it was not. They actually were so happy when he got hurt. They
was playing well before he got injured.
No, they were not. They were playing better when he got
injured.
They were playing better when he got injured.
Man, that's a lie.
You bringing up?
That's what happened.
That's a lie.
That's the only season you got. That's all you got when he was.
That's a lie. Oh, and well, he didn't really have to. I guess he was doing a little facilitating with the Nets, but he was out too much with the Nets. It was just all kind of.
The facilitator for the Nets was James Harden, not Kyrie Irving.
That's why he was out too much for the Nets. That's what I
hold on. But like, okay, you see, James Harden can actually facilitate. That's why he does it for the Clippers now. Like Kyrie can't do that.
Kyrie can facilitate. I ain't saying he's great at it, but he can facilitate.
We seen Kyrie play. We just ain't never seen Kyrie be a facilitator and a great
Kyrie
scorer.
can facilitate, bro. He can pass the ball, man.
Not do it. And that's
I'm not saying he's on LeBron level or Jokic or Luka or none of them guys level, but he can pass the ball. That's all I'm saying. Y'all make it seem like I'm trying to say he's the greatest facilitator of all time.
Damian Lillard's level or LaMelo Ball's
better than Damian Lillard. Not LaMelo. He better than Damian Lillard, though.
No, as a facilitator, you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
bro.
he's better than Damian Lillard. Not LaMelo, but Damian Lillard, yes.
You crazy. You never watch basketball.
I do watch basketball. Damian Lillard, man. Speaking of Damian Lillard, what the hell is wrong with the Milwaukee Bucks?
What do you mean? They've looked a lot better than when they started. They're actually looking a lot better.
They looking a lot better, but steady losing.
And better than Dallas with Kyrie Irving, who's 7-14 without Luka. I know that much. I know that much.
Okay, well we'll see. We'll see at the end of the season who looked the best.
Yeah, Damian Lillard's gonna make the All-Pro team again, and Kyrie won't again.
Well, I mean that's fine. Okay.
The thing is, Mingle Jester, there's a difference between actually being like a really good passer and being someone like, for example, Kyrie or Kobe, to where they pass and they can get an open look because they're drawing multiple defenders because they normally look to score. There's a difference.
Kobe was a really good facilitator too.
No, Kobe facilitated well, but he did it because people were from traffic from shooting.
No. I'm talking about when he played. What about when he played with Shaq? He led the league He led the team in assists.
Of course, yeah, guard that handles the ball a lot, even when they are a primary
If you're
shooter.
not a good
Probably will lead the
facilitator,
team
you're just
in
not a good
assists.
facilitator. You're not you're contradicting yourself. You're not a good facilitator. You're just not a good facilitator.
No,
That's just
not
it.
to the level of not to the level. You do not want Kyrie to be your lead facilitator. You don't.
You don't.
That's why whenever he's
That's a
been
fact. You
with
want Kyrie
LeBron,
going to get buckets. You don't want him
yeah,
facilitating. You want him going to get. That's when he's at his best. When he's going to get buckets.
He's more of a
yeah.
traditional
That's why
one.
when he played with LeBron facilitated. When he played with Harden facilitated. It's never
Because
been.
they are better facilitators, my guy.
Kyrie has
You
never
can't compare
averaged
them.
more than 6 assists per game
Of
in
It's
the
not even
season.
course,
about the assist though. It's just he's not a
of course,
high level
LeBron.
If he
playmaker.
was a good facilitator, then he would at least have one season averaging at least 7 or 8
Facilitating
assists
means
per game, but he
taking the
doesn't
ball
even
out
have
of Kyrie's
one.
hands.
Of
It
course,
just makes no
That's
sense
what I'm.
to
Yeah, Lamont.
of
Yeah,
course,
take the
it's not.
ball
LeBron.
It's
out
just
of
about
his
the
hands.
assist
Listen,
numbers.
listen at the guys you named though. You named LeBron, James Harden. Those guys are peak facilitators. They are excellent facilitators. Of course, he won't be the facilitator over those type of guys. Jokic, guys like that, Luka. Of course, he won't be the facilitators over those guys.
He's not even a better facilitator than T.J.
He couldn't
McConnell.
even be a facilitator in Boston or on the Nets. Like I said, he's
Yeah.
never averaged 7 assists per game in a season.
Yes, he has.
No, he
20
hasn't. I literally just looked it up.
His second year with Boston, he averaged 7 assists.
No, he didn't. It's like 6.4.
I got one question for you,
6.9.
Lamont. Lamont, I got a
6.9.
question
That's
for
7
you.
assists.
Who
What's up, man?
who is this guy building this team for to
That's
be?
not 7 assists, though.
You said what?
Really? Come on, bro.
Who is this guy building this team for to be? Is it
What
OKC
team?
or Boston? The Mavericks.
Ooh. No, I don't think he's building the team to beat nobody. I think that Luka pissed the owners off, and the owner said trade him quick, fast, in a hurry. And I think what happened was because when you look at how the trade was done, BJ Armstrong did a good job of explaining why this was an owner trade and not GM trade. Because he said GMs don't do blockbuster trades on a Saturday night. They normally release the trade on a Sunday so it can hit the news fodder on a Monday. He says they released this trade on a Saturday. He says everything aligned around it, how quick it was done, how willing they were to settle on not taking Dalton Connect. They just took Max Christie in a pick when it wasn't real much negotiation. It just seems like Luka pissed the owners off for whatever reason. They wanted to make a point by trading them, and they made a point by trading them. They just wanted to trade them, and it makes no sense. The trade don't make sense because it don't make sense. That's why the trade don't make sense.
But you got to have a plan afterwards. You got to have some type of plan.
No, they don't. No, they don't. These owners don't have a plan. No, these owners.
No, hold
don't,
on,
and they don't care
Luka
about
definitely must have pissed them off because by trading him, they can't. The Lakers can't give him. He's not eligible for the Supermax. So like something definitely happened there. Yeah, there was definitely like some sort of falling out.
There's a falling out because you don't just wake up like. And the saddest part about it is that fans are going to blame Nico Harrison, which I think Nico Harrison. He's going to be the fall guy. He's just taking the fall guy because he's the GM. But I don't think he woke up that morning with some bright idea. He decided to walk into the owner's office and say, "Hey, man, I have this bright idea. How about we trade Luka for AD?" That's probably the best way to get fired for most GMs. But so I don't think it was his idea. I think he's right now is pretending that it was his idea. I don't think him and Pelinka were talking for 3 weeks. I think they always have coffee. And I think the owner said, look, you got 48 hours. Get Luka the hell up out of here. And he made a trade with the GM he was closest with that he can get the deal done the fastest with. And that was with the Lakers. That's the only thing that happened. He has ties to the Lakers. He has ties with Rob Pelinka. They've always been friends. And he made a deal with the GM that he's best friends with. Makes sense. And he made the owners happy. Because nothing about the trade basketball-wise for Dallas makes sense. Bringing in AD makes sense because you talk about having all this defense. You already had a solid defensive interior, right? So bringing in AD to make your defense better seems kind of pointless because now one of those good defenders in the interior, you got to sit on the bench and they will never play. Now you don't have a point guard on the roster. Dante Exum out for the year. Kyrie's not a true point guard.
No playmakers.
You got no playmakers. So at the end of the day, you want to try to pretend to us that this trade makes sense. AD needs a point guard to thrive. That's the only way you're going to get the maximized value of AD. He don't have a point guard. You're not getting maximized AD. So
yeah, Lamont, and a lot of like outlets and like talking heads are like harping on, oh, the Lakers don't have a front court, they don't have defense, but like they're not talking about how their assists are about to go up a lot, their 3-point shooting, like their offense is about to get crazy good. Like it was kind of stagnant the way it was. It's gonna get really good now.
We'll see.
Oh, that offense gonna be nasty.
We'll see.
He says,
And they got
RJ says,
defenders.
hold on. RJD podcast says, I contributed Nico Harrison being escaped. I don't do my community posts, RJD podcast. So I have somebody else doing that. So, I mean, a community post is a community post. I'm just talking about what I recently learned last night. And I've taken the information that I'm getting. Obviously, when the first trade, when the trade first came out, we're taking the information as we get it. But when you start to sit back and you start to think about this trade, and now we're starting to get tidbits of information about how the organization felt about Luka. And now we're starting to piece stuff together. Now that I'm starting to piece stuff together, it's just hard for me to believe, after listening to Nico Harrison, it's hard for me to believe that this was just some grand idea that he came up with and thought it was going to be great for the organization. There's nothing about this trade that's great for the organization. You've pissed off an entire city with this trade. How can that be great for the organization? Right? So, again, I take it, disseminate it as I get it, but the more information we get, the more it don't look right. And there's nobody in the world other than Hitman X who believes this trade helps the Dallas Mavericks, man. I mean, there's no way in the world you sitting here thinking that this trade helps the Dallas Mavericks, man. There ain't no way.
So Lamont, okay. I know Mark Cuban signed off majority of the ownership to somebody else. But did he have any say so in this or no?
No, Mark Cuban, he didn't have no say so. He didn't even know. Nobody knew.
Yeah, they don't talk to Mark Cuban about their roster movements. He's like he's a minority owner. He doesn't have anywhere near the knowledge or power he did of what the team does anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Chandler Parsons called Mark Cuban and said, "What the hell are they doing?" Mark Cuban said, "I don't know what the hell they're doing." and that's what I'm saying. If you got people like Mark Cuban saying that,
what they doing?
It's just like it don't. We still trying to make sense of it. Like to me, it just looking at like if Dallas would have had a bona fide point guard or something there to make it make sense, they don't even have a point guard on the roster other than Kyrie.
The trade deadline ain't yet, Lamont. They still can trade for him.
At the end of the day, what point guard are they going to trade for that really going to help at this stage?
I mean, I don't know. They probably can get somebody out. They probably can get somebody out there.
Just thinks that they didn't want to pay him. I don't believe that I don't believe that. I don't believe they didn't want to pay Luka. And they were going to make their money back times 10. Paying Luka was not the issue. You're going to make your money back.
Dallas Mavericks. They actually need a point guard who's going to be able to facilitate an offense. Kyrie Irving isn't it. They don't have it. And like Lamont said, AD thrives with a point guard. So Dallas, they'll be a contender probably 2027. The Lakers make a move. The Lakers make one move and get a quality center. You don't even need a great center. You just need somebody there that's going to take space, grab rebounds. The Lakers can contend this year and next year.
I don't even think they need a center. I think they.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Their offense is about to be insane. Their offense is about to be ridiculous.
For y'all's sake, I hope you're right.
I don't think y'all understand the value of great wing defenders in today's NBA. And the Lakers got two of the best in the NBA. And so when you can remember, the problem used to be that when you had Vandy and like other good wing defenders on the court, the problem used to be you didn't have enough offense. That's no longer an issue now. If you got Luka and LeBron on the court, for example, and then also because Luka's not a little player. At the end of the day, he's still decent size at 6'8". Bron is 6'8", 6'9". DFS and Rui and these guys 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" type of players. So at the end of the day, you're not talking about miniature players. Yeah, they're not true 7-footers, but you got a ton of guys that can guard the perimeter and the paint. Like I trust Vandy and DFS to do a good enough job as a unit before I take on some bona fide perennial role player that's 7 feet tall and can't switch and do nothing other than go into drop coverage and get cooked anyway. Because that was AD's problem. AD could really within that defense, because they needed him in the paint so much. He had to always go in the drop, and when he went in the drop, these guards did not fear him. They would just barbecue the shit out of him. And so we saw against the Knicks, they didn't let Brunson even execute a pick and roll. As soon as he even thought about a pick and roll, blitz his ass because we got faster, more mobile. DFS is flying. Vandy blowing up these picks because now we got more mobility to go blow up these picks before they start to cause problems. And then when he does get the short roll off, like he did that one time to Karl-Anthony Towns, you see a quickness in Rui just getting over to try to take the charge. Now, that one time he didn't get the charge. It was a blocking foul. But the fact that he's able just to get there in time shows me that this is your strength, not just having some 7-footer stand in the paint and just pretend like he's rim protecting, because rim protection does not deter anybody no more. All you are, if you are a rim protector now, you're just food for one of these guards that's trying to get a poster. Oh, you just want to stand down there? Shit, wait till I get my opportunity. I'm trying you. You're going to get fouls and you're going to get posterized. And this is one of the reasons why people have this new they're running around saying players like Rudy Gobert, who in any other era is one of the greatest defenders of all time, but because of the way they play the game today, you literally got people saying Rudy can't play D because they're putting him in so many pick and rolls. He looking crazy.
But he got 4 defenses.
It's not even that.
You put Rudy in,
Don't go to the accolades, please.
Rudy
Don't go
might
to the
be the
accolades.
GOAT defenders.
Four defensive accolades.
We was talking about earlier.
All I'm saying, Mingo, is that the game is starting to change. The game started to change on Rui, and it nullified shot like rim protection and shot blocking really don't mean nothing no more. It's great to have, but like, look, Jaren Jackson Jr. led the league in blocks, won Defensive Player of the Year. Did nobody fear them in the playoffs? The Lakers walked their ass down like it was nothing.
Fuck them up.
And at the end of the day, you can have all the rim protection that you want. Joel Embiid, great rim protector, right? Don't nobody fear no Joel Embiid.
Man, he don't play enough, Lamar.
Don't matter. Even when he played, nobody
when he
feared
plays.
He don't play enough. The dude ain't played.
It don't matter.
He played in like 3 years.
Bro, it don't matter. Even when he was on the court, he was a good defender, but nobody fears him. What they do to fear is they fear defenders like Giannis who can fly all over the court.
Ain't nobody fearing no Giannis.
Man, you must be out of your mind.
Nobody fearing no. So why every team just barbecuing the Milwaukee?
You just chatting. Hold on, let me go to Just Think pulled up, and we got.
It's because of the backcourt. The backcourt. You got Dame in the backcourt.
Barbecuing them boys, man. That's nasty word.
First of all, the Lakers are going to win a championship probably next year. Luka's better than Kyrie. And whenever LeBron has had somebody in the backcourt, he's won a championship. So he probably going to win a championship before he retires, which is crazy. I just looked at the Dallas Mavericks net operating income. It's $158 million. Their operating income is $158 million. Their player expenses is $174 million. Their revenue is $437 million. They're not about to pay Luka $70 million a year. They're not going to do that. It's a lot. They're a mid-market team. Although their valuation is ninth in the NBA at $4.7 billion, they're not New York. They're not LA. Those are the only two teams that can make enough revenue to pay somebody $70 million a year. So I expect LaMelo to get traded. I expect Anthony Edwards to get traded before their third contract. It is just about money. This thing happened in the middle of the night.
Just think, most NBA teams don't have large profit margins in revenue. Most NBA teams, there's a lot of NBA teams that are breaking even or losing money, but they still bring in a ton of cash flow. So it doesn't mean that they're not willing. It's just that these owners have used these NBA teams for various reasons. Everybody knows that these new owners of Dallas, they're using this Dallas Mavericks organization to bring casinos and get gambling legalized in Texas. It's no secret. That's their ultimate end goal.
That's part. So they need to be profitable then.
No, they don't need to be profitable because right now, what the new claim is, and this is what people who are conspiracy things are saying, they're saying that they feel like the organization is basically saying we're we gonna tank the team. We gonna make them shit. And if you want us to be shit, we'll start making them better when you legalize gambling. Now that's a Jason Whitlock theory, but I think where there's a little bit of smoke, there's some little bit of fire there. But at the end of the day,
making them shit is not gonna work. That's dumb.
I don't know if that angle's true, and I don't completely believe it.
Yeah.
I just believe that out of all the stuff that Jason Whitlock was saying, there's a tiny bit of truth to the casino.
I'll check it out.
I don't know if it was exactly.
I know there's a huge push to pass to legalize resorts.
I think Dallas still has enough pieces, not to be a contender, but they have enough pieces in Dallas to still be a decent team.
No, this is if AD plays the way AD plays, I mean, they can still go to the finals. In my opinion, this year, next year,
they can't go to the finals.
Guard play. But that's if the guard play is going to be tough. But Kyrie has to step up then.
AD does not make him a championship team.
Bro, if you don't have an elite,
AD, Kyrie, and the supporting cast does.
It doesn't. It's not enough because they don't have a facilitator. You don't have anybody there to run the offense.
Kyrie got to step up then. That's Kyrie.
That's not Kyrie's game.
If we're saying Kyrie's as good as Curry, as good as all these elite players, he should have been top 75. He should have been this.
Hold on. Just think.
This is a chance to prove it.
That's in Kyrie's. That's in Curry's game. Curry can facilitate, but the bad part is when it facilitates, it hurts the offense. He's a better facilitator than Kyrie. But even in the instances when Curry facilitates, when they played LA that year and lost to LA, Curry was the facilitator, and that hurt the offense because the offensive strategy is about Curry scoring the basketball. So you need his offensive output. That's not even in Curry's DNA. Curry's not out there to get everybody else buckets. Kyrie's out there to get his buckets. That's why I said until they get an actual facilitator out there, they'll be a playing. I can see them being a playing team.
Oh no! They're gonna be
imagine having Kyrie Irving
doing like that.
Imagine having Kyrie Irving telling Kyrie Irving to go out there and run the offense. No, he's
not doing it,
motherfucker. You need to be having the ball. You need to be scoring. Fuck that. So it just makes no sense. So that's why I say nothing about this trade makes sense. I guess people in the
chat doesn't make sense.
They're saying Dinwiddie's going to step up. And okay, I was like,
Dinwiddie got to step up too. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of stepping up you're gonna have to do. Imagine having to fill Luka Dončić shoes. Like, imagine that. You got to come in and fill Luka Dončić.
That's shoes. Tough. But then they have AD. What's up with AD? AD is a top 75 player of all time.
But he needs an offensive player. Yeah. He needs a ball facility.
AD's the one replacing Luka's offense. AD's the one.
No, but AD's more effective with a ball facilitator.
So then we have Dinwiddie.
He's not a good facilitator like that.
Y'all looking for somebody to replace Luka in the perimeter. You're not going to get that. But you can't replace Luka's offense.
They just need a facilitator.
So just think, you just said it. Yeah. That's a problem. There's no replacement for what Luka did. Luka was able to facilitate and still give you buckets.
That's why
you don't have that in Dallas right now.
Hold on. We got somebody in the chat saying, breaking news, Lakers are finalizing a deal to acquire Miles Turner.
I told you they win a championship.
What?
They trying to win a championship.
I don't know. I don't know how true it is. I can check Twitter.
Like somebody said that on the other screen. Somebody was getting Jonas Valanciunas, and it wasn't true.
I'm just telling you what he said. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, I'm just saying.
If the Lakers,
I just gotta wait to materialize.
If the Lakers get they don't even, in my opinion, I agree with Lamont. They don't really need a center, but if they get Miles Turner, they're contending this year.
It's a game changer. Oh yeah, it's a game changer. Yeah, 100%. And I think JJ Redick's smart enough to figure it out.
Year.
Yeah, 100%. Wow.
If this is
the Lakers,
true,
they've been winning since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They got Kareem in a trade. They drafted Magic.
Before Kareem.
Oh my God, Jerry West. Oh God, damn it, Will Chamberlain. This is.
Let's make something clear.
They've been getting players since Will Chamberlain consistently till now.
With LeBron, even with LeBron at 40, bringing in Luka Dončić, that's automatic title contention.
So I'm looking I'm looking on my
This
feed
life
right
is not
here.
fair, dog.
On my feed right here, it says, and I don't even know how much sense this makes, but it says the Lakers are looking at Buddy Hield.
No,
I hope not.
no.
But they don't have the
No.
pieces.
No.
I don't think they have
I
the
hope
money
they
to
don't
get
do
Buddy
that.
Hield.
I really hope
They don't care
do that.
about the Lakers. They don't care about going over the luxury. They're the richest
That's the
team in
worst
the
version
NBA.
of D-Lo.
They'll go over the luxury tax.
But wait a minute, let me ask y'all a question. Why do they need Buddy Hield?
Buddy
They
averaging
don't.
20 points a game. He's averaging
But
20
they
points a game
don't.
this year.
That's a worse version of D-Lo. They do not need Buddy Hield.
No, Buddy.
No, he's
Hield's
shooting
gonna
like 45%. He's shooting like
Bro, they don't
47%.
need
I know,
Buddy
y'all.
Hield.
Let's not roll with it because I don't know if any of this is true. This is all off Twitter. So at the end of the day, this is what a whole bunch of people are saying. So we just have to wait. Just like I say, the trades that happen are the trades we know nothing about. If you hearing about it, the fact that the reason why I know the Lakers are not going to get Miles Turner is because everybody's talking about Miles Turner. That's how we know it's not going to happen. So
That's true. If they can keep these core players together and just get, in my opinion, a competent center, as long as you don't have to give up like Vando,
there
Rui,
are no competent centers to go get.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Y'all think y'all don't need to get over
Austin
to go get
Reeves.
Nurkic.
What about Robert Williams?
Yeah, but I think the asking price for Robert Williams is not going to be cheap.
Well, y'all
And they
y'all
need
say y'all
a
do.
spacer. They need a spacer. They need
Well,
Miles Turner.
Lamar said they don't need a good center. Just go get Nurkic.
You can't.
He said they
That's
don't
a
need
lot
a
of
really
money.
good center.
His money, like
Get
I don't care how
Nurkic
good
from the
they are.
Suns.
Look at their money. No, look at Nurkic's contract is the problem. Like that's what
It's not
you're
gonna
not
work.
taking into consideration. Nurk is making his contract is too big. Like I think Robert Williams, I think his contract might be small enough right in that window that the Lakers can get him without giving up nothing significant.
But
other
why
than
would
a
you
draft
get
pick.
Robert Williams if you already have Jackson Hayes? It's the same player.
Robert Williams is way better than Jackson.
I was gonna
He
say,
better, but it's like he don't really add
This is
nothing
a lot.
different. He not a
Yes,
spacer.
he does.
he's a way better defender, way better roller.
The only thing
He
Jackson Hayes
is.
does better than Robert Williams is he's a better lob threat, but Robert Williams is also a lob threat too.
I just think they need a spacer.
But Jackson Hayes,
They got Maxi Kleber. If you want a space, you got Maxi Kleber.
Robert Williams.
they do.
A lot though.
Oh, I forgot they had Cleveland.
So Robert Williams right now is definitely attainable for the Lakers because he's only making $12 million. So that makes him probably the most realistic target out there at the center spot.
That would
But
be
at the end of
huge.
the day,
That would
but at
be
the
a
end of the
shared
day,
defense would be huge.
yeah, at the end of the day, we say Robert Williams, but Robert Williams is still only 6'8".
I know. They
Hey,
stick
Matt,
with Jackson Hayes then. Jackson Hayes 7'1".
Because
Hey,
he
man,
ain't bigger than Rui and them guys. He ain't bigger than Christian Woods. So
Yo.
Ain't Maxi Kleber out for the season?
Spiffy, what's good, man? I see you in here.
Max Kleber out for the season?
I thought he was. He got like a broken foot or something, right?
You know, hold on. Is that Ruddy? We got Ruddy here. We got somebody saying, yo.
Oh yeah, that's me.
James Mack. We got James Mack who just pulled up. I wanted to hear from James Mack because I hadn't seen him on the panel. James Mack, what you got on this? James Mack, you with us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's good, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know what's wrong with his thing.
Yeah, bro, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
we can all hear you.
All right, yeah. What's going on, fellas?
What up, man?
It's a good day.
Yeah, man. It's a good day for everybody. I love the trade with Luka and AD. I'm a Laker man. I just think that AD pulled the same stunt last year around trade deadline. He sat out for about a week or two, and Rob was fed up with it. Laker organization was fed up with it, especially when he went out there and put it all blasted. I mean, if he that confident that he can win a championship with a center beside him, we're gonna see if he's gonna do it without a facilitator.
Yep.
Like LeBron James. If he can do it over there, and if he can do, I'll shake his hand. If he can do it over there with Kyrie, and Spencer did with it. Spencer did it when it was with the Lakers. If he can do it with
like
Spencer
hot
Dinwiddie,
trash with the Lakers.
right? Hot trash with the Lakers and got over there, and, act like he wants to play, and then act like he didn't know basketball. He act like he couldn't even play basketball when he was with the Lakers.
He was trash in Brooklyn a little bit.
Yeah, so now he's over there. We're gonna see what AD can do. But there's one guy, man, that the Lakers should look at. He's over there in Phoenix. He's right now. I think he's a second year or he's a rookie. But if they can pull, because Phoenix got to get off some money. If they can get this young guy, he's a center. I think he went to Michigan. No, he went to Marquette, I believe.
Nah, they're not giving up him. No, he didn't.
Man,
hold on.
they can get that guy.
Also,
yeah.
No,
Hold
on. Oso was a second round pick like Bronny. They ain't giving him up.
He was a second round pick. If they can
But
get
he
up,
playing rotational minutes right now. They're not gonna let
Hey,
him
do you
go.
know? Hey, a lot of y'all don't know. Y'all know I used to train him.
Also is a smart basketball player. I love his game. He's a lob threat. He's a smart basketball player. He can set screens. He can roll. He can do all those things. I love him. He can be our starter, and Jackson Hayes can come in behind him, or Jackson Hayes can be the starter. We don't need nobody holding the ball like AD was holding the ball. He was messing up the offense. The offense was stagnant. Everybody don't think so, but JJ Redick knows the numbers. You're gonna have to shoot threes in this day's NBA. You gotta shoot three. Why you think that the Lakers shot 43s against New York Knicks for the first time in a long time?
And we tore that ass up without AD.
Right. They attempted 43s. And between Wizards and the Knicks, they listen to JJ Redick and LeBron. They finally start moving and sticking to the plan. If you go to the podcast with JJ and LeBron, they talked about Luka. Trust me, he might not have nothing to do with it, but you can believe he'll agree with it.
Hey, and can I tell y'all something about Miles Turner? I just realized, y'all, the Pacers are fourth in the East at 28-20.
Yeah. They are.
They're not trading nobody.
They're not trading nobody. You're right.
You must be out your mind. Why the hell they going to
totally right?
Yeah, they not doing it. If they was below 5, if they was in 10th place or something, I get it. They hooping right now.
You know that. That's Lamont. I didn't even know they were fourth in the East. That's crazy.
Me neither.
They don't have the pieces.
I didn't even know that. I really didn't know that. I didn't know they were fourth in the East. That's crazy.
Today is February 4th, 2025. Remind y'all when I said this, LeBron James will be playing center as a surprise lineup in the playoffs to get themselves into the NBA Finals. Watch what I tell you.
Small ball lineup. I could see it.
That's
face it.
LeBron is 40. Ain't no way he should be playing no center.
But who are the centers though? He could play center.
It doesn't matter. LeBron shouldn't be playing center. I know that.
No, the question.
LeBron plays elite defense on centers, though.
I never say he didn't play the elite defense or whatever. I just think
look at what he did against Serbia. Look at what he did against Serbia against Jokic.
Your question is, what are you going to do with your center? How is your center going to guard LeBron? That's going to be the question.
Exactly.
Bro, LeBron, he's 40, bro. The dude shouldn't be.
He just did it in the Olympics. He just did it.
Yeah, LeBron playing center.
He just did it in the Olympics.
Bro, he shouldn't be playing center. He shouldn't.
The reason why LeBron couldn't play center. The reason why LeBron couldn't play center before because he didn't have nobody to get him the ball. Now he got somebody to get him the ball.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm not even.
You don't want him playing center on offense. You want him.
I'm not questioning none of that.
You want him down there to draw the double team because now you got wide open threes.
But I'm not questioning none of that. LeBron is old. If LeBron was younger, I wouldn't mind that. He's old, bro.
No, he don't. Hold on, Mingo Jester. You looking at?
He could play point center.
That motherfucker don't look old when he hoop.
He's okay.
Yeah, he don't. He just dropped 33-point triple double.
Y'all got it.
Hey, let me ask the panel a question.
40, but I'm sorry, the old stuff ain't cutting it. He out there killing.
Okay, all right.
He just don't look old.
I'm leaving it alone. I say no more about it. Y'all got
Hold on. Mingo. Does he when he hoops? Does he look old?
Lamont, no, he doesn't look old. But playing center is a different animal.
No, it's
That's
not.
all I'm saying.
Not against these guys.
That's all I'm saying.
Only for Anthony Davis is it.
Not in this era where they're shooting a whole bunch of threes and it's spaced out.
Thank you.
No.
I got a question for the panel.
Hold on. What's the question for the panel?
Do y'all think that we're going to see a more invigorated LeBron now that if Luka is on the team?
Oh, probably. Hell yeah.
4 years. He's gonna play another 2 more years.
LeBron probably wanted this trade secretly.
Oh, for sure. I definitely think he was aware of the trade, but because of the business and the politics of the NBA, it just you can only do what you can do.
No, what people were pretending they're pretending like if LeBron knew he was supposed to intervene and stop it. What
Correct.
dummy? What bona fide idiot says no to Luka Dončić for AD? Like, I don't care if they would have asked for Bronny in the trade. I'll be like, Bronny, I'm sorry. These motherfuckers want you in Dallas. Your ass got to go too. Your ass is gone. Bronny would have, if they asked for Bronny would have been gone.
Well, Lamont supposedly.
I disagree. I don't think so.
Danny Ainge didn't even know that it was going to be Luka and AD in the trade, and he was involved in the trade. He didn't even.
That's how you know the owners was keeping it all secretive, because they was doing stuff in the shadows, and I think this was a move to flex their muscles and hurt Luka, because they cost Luka a whole bunch of money with this trade, as opposed to doing it to make their team better, because this does not make Dallas better. Nobody trades for AD and giving up Luka, a top 3 player in the league, talking about this makes our team better because we get better defensively.
Agreed.
Smoking crack.
I think it made their team better.
No, it don't make the team better.
I think it does.
Smoking.
How does it make the team better? How does it make the team better?
Because AD get to play his position he's been crying to play for the longest, which is the 4.
Well, that helps AD, but it doesn't make the team better.
Hold on. Hold on, Mingo. We saw AD with a prime Boogie Cousins, and that shit didn't work. What makes you think this shit gonna work with Derek Lively?
Man, that was a totally different situation, Lamont, and you know
what?
It was.
They had elite playmaker in Rondo, and they had prime Boogie Cousins.
But who they played against?
Don't matter. I don't care.
They played against the Warriors.
Honestly, Lamont, I thought it was
ran
going to
into the Warriors.
If Boogie didn't get injured, though, man, that thing would have been nasty.
He didn't play in the playoffs.
Yeah, he got injured during the season.
Yeah, and they ran into the Warriors, who just so happened to win the championship that year.
Bro, you really think they was gonna beat the Warriors?
No, that's my point, Lamont. No.
But they're not going to play both of them on the court, though, at the same time.
I'm saying it don't matter who you give AD. AD was just crying just to cry, it felt like. It seemed like he was crying about centers because AD didn't have AD's best numbers when he played at the center spot. He had matchup nightmares all over the place. So AD just starting to cry. It's time to crying. You're never going to win a championship with a guy running around crying. So get the crybaby out. Bring in the 3rd best player in the league. I'm taking that all day, any day. That's how you get better.
But Lamont, I think AD was talking more like defensively. He don't want to play center for 40 minutes a night.
Yeah, but I see. I'm the owners. I'm just gonna have a meeting with AD. I'm gonna say, look, there are no centers on the market that we can get at a reasonable cost that can do the job that you want us to do. All the defensive centers cost too much money, especially the ones that can defend the way the Lakers need them to defend. Right? You had Thomas Bryant. They tricked that off because Thomas Bryant, based on the Lakers cap situation, was probably the best it was going to get. And they didn't even make that work, right? They couldn't even play together. So you couldn't make it to work with Thomas Bryant. And he could actually shoot the threes. He could space the floor.
Yep.
So you couldn't make Thomas Bryant. You're trying out Jackson Hayes. You're crying about Jackson Hayes. That won't work. You can't play with Jackson Hayes. So all you're doing is crying for stuff that the Lakers can't get. They're not going to be stupid and give up Austin Reeves, because that's your best asset right now. You got him on a bargain contract. He's giving you the way Austin Reeves is producing. He's playing like a guy that's making $25 million a year, not a guy that's making $12 million a year.
Facts.
So you don't trade Austin Reeves. So all this stuff he wishing and hoping for, it just don't exist. There's none of these centers are up for trade. Need another center? Who cares? Just play center. There are none. Walker Kessler, asking price is too high. Bro, so now he got a center. Now he got a center in Dallas. Let's see what he do with it.
He actually got 3 centers. Don't forget about the White Powell.
Man,
He's not gonna do nothing with that.
AD the only superstar that be crying for help constantly.
Wait, whoa. What did you just say?
AD is the only superstar that be crying for help about how
you're on that new kind of crack.
That's crazy.
Every superstar be crying for help.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a normal thing.
Nah, it's different.
Yeah,
that's a flat out lie.
Jordan cried for help. Everybody
I I don't think there's anything wrong with, wanting to, some adjustments, but at some point you got to get out there and do your job regardless. Circumstances aren't going to always be perfect. And that's the part of AD I think that's just you can't tolerate. You don't have what you have, but still make the most in what you can do. You know what I mean? And that's the problem that I saw.
But hold on. But wait a minute, though. Did Anthony Davis not do the best he can do in 2020 when he had 2 quality centers? What did he do? They won a championship. Did they not?
He was a better 3-point shooter than two.
But it doesn't matter. Did they not win the championship when Anthony Davis got what he wanted? He was playing the 4, and you had two centers that can actually do something. He talking about Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant, garbage. Get out of here with Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, but he had LeBron James and Rondo on that team too.
Yeah, he did. They did. Okay. I never say he did it by himself. I didn't say he did it by himself.
Okay, tell me what 2 players on Dallas that's Rondo and LeBron James that can get him the ball.
I never said they need a facilitator. I'm not arguing that either. I'm not arguing that point. I didn't argue that from the jump when y'all said it. Because I said that the trade deadline is Thursday. They still got a time to trade for a player. I said that. I'm not arguing that either. But what I'm saying is, still, when he played the 4, you have better results. That's all I was trying to say. That's it.
I mean, he was playing the 4, but he didn't want Jackson Hayes beside him.
I wouldn't be surprised if AD. I wouldn't be surprised if AD plays the 5 because I don't think they're gonna play AD and Derek Lively on the court at the same time for 37 minutes a game.
It's no spacing.
It's gonna clock. There's no spacing.
He's gonna end up playing 5. Wait now, Anthony Davis can't shoot.
But he's not.
Hold on a minute, y'all trying to act like Anthony Davis can't shoot at all.
I just thought about it. He's gonna play the 5.
No, he's not. Anthony Davis can't shoot, bro. No, Anthony. Y'all talking like Anthony Davis can't shoot at all.
He gonna play. So
we didn't say he couldn't shoot, but he's right at the free
throw.
You
said no floor spacing though.
Right.
It's not gonna have no spacing.
Bro can shoot.
So you're gonna have AD shooting 3s. Like
yes,
7 threes a game.
3 every now and again. He can hit a 3.
No, you're not.
Anthony Davis can't hit. Man, we're not finna do this now. We're finna act like Anthony Davis can't shoot. Oh, stop, man. What? Yeah, he can.
We're not gonna have Anthony Davis shooting 8 threes a game, bro.
Hell no.
Why would he shoot 8 threes a game? That's stupid.
To have spacing.
He's the 4. Yeah, a 4 gotta shoot 3.
Yeah, he do have to shoot 3s. I'm not arguing that he has to shoot 3. Yes, he got to shoot 3s, but I don't know about 8. That's a lot.
He has to shoot that many 5s.
He has to shoot at least 5.
No, he gonna have to shoot.
Giannis don't shoot 8 threes. He's a power forward.
Lopez can shoot.
What kind
Lopez can shoot.
comparison is that?
So one of your bigs has to be a shooter.
I'm just giving you an example of a power forward that don't shoot 3s, but he's still successful.
Because the big man stretched the floor. Brook Lopez already stretched the floor with his 3-point shooting. Duh.
So if you're gonna play 2 bigs, one of your bigs gonna have to be on the 3-point line.
To be honest,
sure enough, one of the bigs got to be at the 3-point line.
Brook Lopez is not that good of a 3-point shooter. To be honest,
but he shoots them.
Shoot him.
Hold on, y'all.
Not that good.
Hold on, we got a question, y'all. Here go a question in the chat. He said, "When did 3s become the only source of spacing on the floor?"
That's what they think.
That's an interesting question. My thing is
actually.
No, that's not a good question. Actually,
I say interesting, like you said.
It's not a good question at all.
I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious.
I know you were sarcastic
because 3s is the only way you space the floor. Why?
Literally, bro.
Why? Because there's 3-pointers. That's the highest value shot on the floor. If you can make it at a high clip or at a productive clip, you stretch the defense. There is no other way to create space in this game, especially in today's game where I keep telling y'all, do y'all know what these guys do all summer? All summer, they get with trainers and they work on not how to beat one player. They work on, I'm going to easily beat the first man. I'm working on how to beat the counter and then the counter after you send the help. They practice all summer how to beat 2 and 3 guys. If you aren't able to space the floor, it's too hard in this league to just consistently be able to score on 2 and 3 people. Like, you got to be able to space the floor. The teams that can't shoot, they have problems. Like when the Lakers had Russell Westbrook, it was just a walking headache when he was there. And it was just a glaring issue You just need shooters to solve the problem. And when you don't have it, you got a lot of problems on your hands. Like there's just no way around it. There's no way around it whatsoever. You need shooting to space the floor.
So
AD got to shoot 8 threes a game if he gonna play the 4.
That's a lot of threes. 9 threes a game is a lot.
8, 9. 5 is even low, but that's the very minimum.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got Sturdy in here. Sturdy says, stop misleading people. So, Sturdy, I want y'all to come on the panel, and I want y'all to give me this odd, magical new formula that nobody has tried in NBA history where you can magically now space the floor. So, yeah, there are gimmick ways. So, for example, y'all, there's gimmick ways you can space the floor. For example, 1-4 flat. That's a gimmick. Like you can run gimmick plays to space the floor, but 1-4 flat is only going to get you so far. For example, I can run a ton of gimmicks. What I do is I call it empty sets. I can run a ton of UCLA actions or UCLA cuts to create spacing. It's still a gimmick because once I figure out what you're doing, I'm just going to adjust my help defense. It's just a gimmick. So if you want true spacing, you need shooting. That's the only way you're going to keep the defense honest. Because if you don't have elite shooting, I'm going to find a way to get an advantage as a defensive team. I don't care where you try to hide it. I don't care how many gimmicks you try to run. You're not going to be able to run enough gimmicks to stop my help defense from doing his job. So you can try to gimmick him to death, but good luck. That might work in middle school basketball or something. We're talking about NBA basketball. You're not going to gimmick us to death.
Well, Sturdy, come on the panel and school Lamont, Sturdy. Come on the panel and school Lamont.
Good luck. I want to hear this. I want to hear
this. He's going to be shooting threes. Y'all going to be mad.
I'm going to drop the link. I want to hear this magical offense where you give me great spacing and it ain't no shooters, man. Come on. I want to hear this magical offense.
Wait,
where the defense will space itself out because the defense only is reactive to what you have on the floor. So, for example, if you got a 9, we see it in college basketball all the time. When you have a 9 3-point shooter, a 9 shooting center in the game, you will literally sometimes see the center sagging off all the way in the paint, leaving them at the top of the key. Right? You don't choose spacing. The defense chooses spacing. The defense reacts to how good your players are on the floor. If you have a defense running around, flying all around the court, and not being mindful of personnel or defensive philosophies, you just got a trash defense. But if you can't shoot, if you shoot 19% from the 3, you really think I'm gonna follow your ass somewhere on the court? That shit don't work like that.
I'm gonna go under all those screens. I'm gonna go under all your shit.
First of all, you probably not running significant screens for a guy that shoots 19%.
No.
Facts. You gonna double the ball handler.
Bro, they want me to go in Discord. Look, right here. I'm never in Discord. Now y'all want me to go to Discord. So y'all in the public eye right now. Come tell the world about this new magic formula offense that nobody knows about, where you got all this great spacing without shooting on the floor. Please tell the world. Enlighten me. Look, I play a big time game today versus a rival. I don't know if they can shoot the ball well or not, but I would love to have this new weapon added to my playbook right now. We got a game at 5:30 today. So please tell me this brand new offense here. I even make room on the panel, man. We got to drop somebody because I want 30 and I want them to come tell me about this magic formula offense that don't exist.
I'll drop off. I want to hear about this.
I'll drop off. I was about to say I'll drop to hear this. I want to hear this too myself.
I just created a spot. You can create spacing. Yeah, you can gimmick.
No, Mingo, we want you up here.
Nah, I want to hear this. I would have dropped to hear
Mingo, I want you up here, Mingo, because I want to hear this gimmick. Okay, you gonna 1-4 flat me to death or something? What is this? You gonna go ISO? Because if the only way you create spacing without shooters is if you just go ISO ball all the time. That's 1-4 flat is just ISO ball. Not even a real offense.
Lamont, what's our record?
I actually forgot, man. Goddamn. Because they messed it up on the website. Let me see if they updated it real quick. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you our conference, and I'm gonna show you our regular season. But I like looking at the conference more because the conference shows our defensive numbers and defensive metrics and stuff.
So who the best player on y'all team? What's his name?
David Black.
David Black. Wow, that's a unique name. David Black.
No, David Black. B-L-A-C-K.
Oh, you said Black. Oh, you said Black. I thought you said Black. I'm about to say that's a unique name. That's crazy.
Right here. I'll share my screen. This is our record right here so far.
Oh shit.
Y'all 3-0? 13-0, I mean?
No, 25.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's the conference. Okay, and that's home. Oh, y'all 13-0 at home. Okay. Lamar, damn.
Yeah, we beat boys. So this is our last couple of games down here. This is our last couple of games. So we kind of on a win streak right now. But
I think he got him cooking right now.
Yeah, that boy cooking.
So this is our rival right here. We play ASU. This is here's the thing. ASU, they think in their own minds that they're a good team, but I don't think they're very good. So even though they're in our same conference, because if you look right here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in. So this is us at the top in our conference right here. We're 10-0 in conference. And ASU is 10-0 as well. So we played them today. So this game right here can kind of decide the conference. But I'm gonna tell you how we different though, man. Let me show you right here. Because if you look at the numbers, this is why I say they fugazi, man. So you look at our defensive numbers right here, man. We averaging 72 points a game in conference, and we only giving up 41. We got a plus minus of 30.5. We've been beating the life out of teams in conference.
Yeah, just look at Nelson University.
Yeah, all of them. Nelson down here. Well, Nelson's on the other side of the conference over here. They're trash.
Trash. Yeah, they got beat. What? 84 to 43? 81 to 43?
But we've been doing. So we like to see. Did you see the team right here in first place? They're only in first place because they didn't play more games than everybody.
Kill crazy.
But we played them. We beat them by 40.
Oh.
Yeah, we beat them by 40. ASU, we played them twice last year. We smacked them. We knocked them out of the national tournament. Yeah, all these teams, man.
Sturdy not getting on.
Nah, they not coming up with this magic. They don't have the answer to this one, man. This magic offense, spacing without shooting. I'm curious, man. I'm curious to hear this one. Look. He said, "I'm not falling for your game, Lamont." Now it's a game. Now, how is it a game? I'm just asking. Y'all the ones made this outrageous claim that you can space the floor without shooting? I'm not going in no Discord. We live right now. You can educate the people, man.
Yeah, educate me.
Boys, don't get the smoke. Because there's no explanation.
There ain't none. You can type it in the chat. Look, if you don't feel like coming up here, just type it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one last thing and then I'm gonna drop, bro. The Lakers, they got Luka Skywalker, bro. He got the second most points per game in playoff history, only to Michael Jordan. It's gonna be nice.
They traded.
I thought LeBron had an all-time most points in the playoffs.
No, LeBron holds the record for most points all time, like just pure
points per game is Jordan.
Yeah, points per game it's Jordan, and then it's Luka, and then it's Iverson.
Oh, you talking about like the average?
Yeah, the average per game, Luka is the second best all time to just Jordan.
So Jordan got 32.4. What's Luka?
Luka averages 30.9 or something like that, or 31.9. I'd have to look it up, but I know he's number 2 to Jordan.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's number 2 to Jordan.
That's crazy.
The NBA got to take the team away from the owners from Dallas.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be like Sterling with the Clippers.
My brother.
Oh my God! Listen to this, y'all. He says, "I'll tell you what. I'll record it.
No,
and you can post the convo." What do you mean record what? Bro, we got a game today, man. As soon as I get off here, man, I'm getting in game mode. I'm not about to hop in no Discord, man. I got to lock in. What y'all think I'm about to do? I gotta go lock in, man. I'm not about we undefeated at home, man. We got another home game. This is the biggest home game of the year. Outside of
this
Air
man's
Force.
about to go coach, and they want you to jump into Discord and talk.
You want me to jump into Discord, man? I'm about to get in straight basketball mode, real basketball mode, not fake spacing basketball mode. Jesus Christ,
my brothers, can I say this because I do gotta go.
What's up, man?
What's good, man? I hope everybody's cool. So, I wanted to say this about the Mavericks-Lakers situation. I actually believe that both teams benefited. Like, it's kind of like what the doctor ordered, in my opinion. When I watched what the Boston Celtics did in the finals last year, without Kristaps Porzingis, with 38-year-old 6'8", 6'9" Al Horford, they did not. That series was not won in the paint. Like, it wasn't. I feel like it was won because of their perimeter defense, especially the work they did on Kyrie Irving. So for me, this notion that all of a sudden the Lakers, people are going to be scoring like 200 points on them or something because they're just so terrible defensively is just LeBron tax. You know what I mean? I feel like any other team that Luka go to, that's a 5th seed, that's 8-2 in their last 10, that's improved defensively, that has 2 of the best defensive wings in the perimeter defenders in the league. Any other team that Luka goes to like that, people will automatically say, you know, their ceiling is whatever. But for some reason, when it comes to the Lakers, it's not like that. As far as the Mavericks, I feel like, because I had them beating OKC if they make the 8th seed. I had them bounce to OKC. Now I definitely think they're going to bounce OKC. So I think that they also got better. I think AD needs to play the 5 because when he's at the 5, he's one of the best bigs in the league. And then, of course, with Kyrie, I don't know if he's going to be able to get as much out of AD as LeBron was able to, but I think that they'll be good regardless. With the center situation for the Lakers, I honestly believed if, like, they don't really need a badass center. They just need the average center, bro. They just need a backup center. You know what I mean? Shit, if Christian Coloco was 20 more pounds of muscle, they could upgrade his contract. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I think they have what they're going to get a lot of people in foul trouble. That's what no one's considering. That's going to take a lot of defensive pressure away when when LeBron and Luka wants to work the interior. On top of that, LeBron, people say he's not a good defender. It's only certain aspects where he can't defend. His perimeter defense is not that good. In transition may not be that good. And then off the ball is not that good. But his on-the-ball defense, his post defense, being able to box people out, he's still a veteran chase down blocker. So when people try to make it seem like the Lakers are going to be this just like huge team liability on the defensive end, it's LeBron tax. I see this as a great trade. I don't like the way that the GMs did Luka, and you see, I think Jason Kidd was kind of pissed as well, and how they kept LeBron and AD under the, you know what I'm saying? But still, good trade. Gonna miss AD in LA, but good trade, man. That's all I had.
Hello?
Yeah, now we hear it. Hey, he said that this was a good trade. The reason why we know this was not a good trade is because if Rob Pelinka comes back to the world and tells the world we had a chance to get Luka for AD and we turned it down, we're going to call him the worst GM in basketball history. Because you literally turned down a gimme deal. This was a no-brainer deal that you do not turn. This is like a once in a lifetime type of deal that comes your way, and you do not walk away from it. It was a freebie. And so you take it. And if it's at the cost of AD, because nobody in LA is mad about it. Everybody in Dallas is upset. You ain't gonna find nobody in LA upset about this one. So yeah, it's not a good deal for Dallas. It's a reason why you got a whole city about to go. They were bringing coffins to the stadium.
Just because don't mean it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it can have some success, but you just gave up a superstar for a guy that's not a superstar. That's what you.
I get it, but Lamont, let's take it back to football. Remember, they said the same thing when they traded that running back for the Dallas Cowboys, traded them for all them players and them picks, and Dallas ended up winning like 2 or 3 Super Bowls out of that trade. It could be the same type of thing.
Yeah, no, like what I mean by good trade.
They said Marcus Jordan locked up for coke. Is that true?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I saw that.
What did he do? He got caught with more coke?
So what I meant by good trade was really because I know that Dallas, they're pissed. I've been seeing some fans and they are pissed, bro. Like they're livid right now. So what I meant by good trade is in terms of like just the players, like the team itself. Like I already believed that the Mavericks were gonna beat OKC. OKC wasn't fucking with them this season. They weren't fucking with them in the postseason last year. So with AD, now you really have someone who's gonna. I feel because when AD is matched against Chet, he's pretty much outplayed him. So I feel like now you really have someone to go at AD and Hartenstein. I don't want AD at the 4. I think that's ridiculous. I think Jason Kidd is going to be able to navigate Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, if they don't trade one of them. But Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, the AD thing, I think they'll be able to navigate that just fine. So that's what I meant by good trade. Because I know it's for Dallas, it's like Nico, like, bro, you done lost your mind. And a lot of people feel that way. But you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only issue I had with it was not keeping people in the loop. But I mean, if you're a GM, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta, you know what I mean? That's the cost of business. But as far as the Lakers, I do think the Lakers won the trade. Most definitely, they won the trade. That's why I said people are making it seem like all of a sudden, and I mean, I've seen this everywhere in media, discourse, all this, like all of a sudden, now this didn't do nothing for the Lakers, basically. That's how they're talking. Like, this didn't do anything for the Lakers. They're still a first-round exit, and it's like, you guys are insane. The Lakers are literally gain the potential to be a top 3 offense in the league. And, like, Luka with LeBron and maybe Austin Reeves, if you want to throw him in there, they're going to foul whole starting lineups out. They're going to get them into trouble very early. It was just going to take a lot of the defensive pressure off. So now the game, even if they didn't, let's say they really was trash at defense. Well, now the game becomes, are you going to stop them from scoring, knowing that you can't apply as much pressure as you would if you only had 1 or 2 fouls? If you already got 3 fouls before the second half, are you going to be able to keep them out of the paint? No. You're not keeping Luka out the paint. You're not keeping LeBron out the paint. Then on top of that, now on the other end, how are you going to get past Vando, Finney-Smith, even Rui with his size and strength?
They're not that good of defenders, bro.
No, I'm not.
You tell me Vando and
I mean, I think we still getting too technical with it. We don't want to get super technical with it. I just like to wait. We about to see both of them play very soon here. Yeah. I think by the end of this week we'll have an idea. Hopefully AD is back and playing, but Luka is expected to be back on the 8th. That's 4 days. So I think in a very short amount of time, I mean, we'll let the game tell us all we need to know. I mean, win or lose, I think even in a loss, it don't matter if they win. I don't want to get too hyped up if they win. I don't want to get too hyped up if they lose. But I think just watching the game is going to tell us what this team can be, and if they truly need a center or not. I don't know who they're playing on the 8th, but I think it's the Pacers. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's the Pacers, I believe.
No, I just don't.
But the reason why a lot of people saying that the Lakers, it's a bad trade for the Lakers, which I don't think is I don't agree with them. I don't think it's a bad trade.
I don't hear anybody saying it's a bad trade.
No, but a lot of people saying it's not really that exciting of a trade like everybody else is because Luka.
Yeah, it doesn't do nothing for them.
Yeah, they doesn't do nothing for them because they're trying to say Luka and LeBron is the same type of player. That's where it comes from.
No.
That's what they're trying to
say. The same thing about Luka and Kyrie.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying the reason why they're saying that. They're trying to say Luka and LeBron is the same type of player.
I'd rather have 2 LeBrons on the floor.
Like the guy said, it's the LeBron tax. Anybody you put with LeBron, people are always going to talk about why it won't work as opposed to why it will work.
Why it will work.
That's what And that's the thing. That's all I'm hearing. Like I hear more people talking about how it's going to work with Dallas more so than how it's going to work with LA when you got the best player, a top 5 player in the world in the trade. So that's the surprising thing about it. And at the end of the day, the Lakers as a team are just playing much better basketball than Dallas. Dallas right now just got whooped up on by 40. Things are not going well in Dallas. Your fans,
none of their players didn't play though, Lamont.
That don't matter.
It does matter.
Yeah, I saw the
and they don't have it don't matter, and it don't matter because they don't got no players anyway outside of Kyrie. So even if they played, that don't really stop them from getting whooped by 40.
They fin to.
Who was playing? Who was not playing that would have stopped them from getting beat up on by 40?
I don't know, but there was a lot of guys that was out. But what I'm saying is, but all I'm saying is it's very simple. I think the Lakers gonna be good, and I think the Mavericks gonna be good. I'm not one of the ones that say either team gonna be bad. I think both of them gonna be good. That's just me.
Dallas is gonna be bad, y'all.
I don't think so. I think both of them gonna be good.
But what I was saying was this: I saw the Lakers just hold the second best offense in the NBA, lock their ass up, and this was without AD. So that's why.
So what happened against Philly?
Huh?
So what happened against Philly then? If that's the case, what happened against Philly?
The plan wasn't in because AD got hurt. You had now they
okay. AD wasn't there against Philly. He wasn't there against the Knicks. What happened against Philly?
All right. So, but if we're going to,
he was there against Philly.
He was there versus Philly, but then he got hurt. That blew up the game plan.
If we're going to criticize them for what happened to Philly,
when you game plan for them, when they started game plan, knowing that AD wasn't going to be there, they've been playing a hellified brand of basketball.
So enough.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna,
I promise y'all, Big Art. I know for a fact before that Knick game, there was no way you thought they was walking into New York and barbecuing them the way they barbecued them. I'm sure.
Actually, it was Lamont.
Man,
let me know. Let me know when it's my turn to go, Lamont, because I've been real patient. You know, I like to let niggas talk. Let me know when it's my turn, bro.
So tell us about how you predicted the domination
blowout
by an AD-less team in New York, the hottest team in the league at the time, 6-game win streak, one of the top offenses in the league. Carlton Towns, MVP caliber, but you predicted that the Lakers were going to walk in and stomp all over them.
Yes, sir. I'm on record actually, but that's another discussion. Anyway, when the Lakers have one of their stars out and it's a big game, we can go back in history and I can tell you the games we won without AD, without LeBron, without either or, and it's games that we lose. But for some reason, when it's a really good team, we have a chance to win that game because they show up for those games, the Boston games, the Knicks games. We all know how Brian liked to ball out at the Garden. So it was really presumable that we could come out and win that game. So I don't know why niggas was hating before the game. Scary ass niggas.
No. But what I'm saying is, they even there's been a stretch of games where they just been playing better. I mean, the Knicks was a good win. The Wizards a good blowout win. I don't take them very seriously. The Hornets was a good game. That was, even though I don't take them very seriously, I felt like the Warriors was a good game, even though most of that was Anthony Davis doing a lot in that game where he's kind of dominating them. But I don't see. I think it changes their approach and their attack. But this is exactly what the Lakers needed. They needed a change in their stylistic approach to winning games because with AD there was just a natural ceiling that they could. There was like a ceiling to how good they could be because of AD's limitations. With Luka, there is an unlimited ceiling to how good this team can be because Luka has a crazy ceiling.
I agree with that, Lamont. But a team still has to. As it stands, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So if the Lakers stand true to what they said, they made this move for the future, and Dallas made this move for right now to win the championship right now. If the Lakers, you heard Rob Pelinka in the press conference earlier today, he said it's dry out there for a center, and I might have to go to the offseason. How many times have we heard Rob Pelinka say that, y'all?
Yeah, but that's y'all thinking the Lakers need a center. When I look at this Laker team, I don't think they need a center. Y'all That's why I say y'all Laker fans are crazy because y'all get Luka Dončić and still want more. I think Luka Dončić was the piece y'all needed because Luka is good enough to elevate Jackson Hayes and make him better, just like he elevated Derek Lively, Gafford, and Derrick Jones Jr. I think Luka is the piece that gives LeBron James the rest he needs so he's not going into the fourth quarter completely exhausted. I think he frees up Rui and allows Rui to activate because Rui is just Derrick Jones Jr. on steroids. And then you have Reeves, who's playing the best basketball of his career. At the end of the day, everything is right here for you. Y'all be looking up so many other places. Y'all be staring down other teams, other players, not really realizing y'all really got a lot of solid pieces right here, right in y'all face. Jackson Hayes isn't as bad as what people putting out there, but it's now his effectiveness increases tenfold because now he can play to his strength as opposed to playing to his weakness on the offensive end of the ball. Now you got Luka, who's going to make him a true lob threat. Now defensively, there's certain things that you can ask Jackson Hayes to do now because you're going to be able to have a Vandy and a DFS on the floor behind them to help him out. You really, with AD out there, it's hard to have Jackson Hayes out there with AD because now you got two guys out there who are shooting below 30%.
Looked our best. But Lamont, we looked our best when those two guys played together. When AD was clearly the number one option at the beginning of the year, dropping 30-plus points a game, right? This year, hold on. This year, altogether, like say this was the day before the trade, right? The Lakers in the 5th seed, 9 games, over 500, way better than we was last year with AD on the team, AD being a leading scorer, leading rebounder, our best defensive player. Niggas, only thing niggas said we needed, Lamar, was what? A big, right?
No, what I'm saying is you can get at the beginning of the year when you were playing Jackson Hayes and AD, that in and of itself presents problems because when you play them together, you don't have a center that can come off the bench because Christian Wood and Vandy were hurt. So at the end of the day, JJ Redick now has to look at his lineup and figure out how do I stagger this? I cannot start them both because now I don't have any size coming off the bench. So now you have to bring Jackson Hayes off the bench so that when you do start your rotations, you're not going completely small. So it was the injuries that killed that particular lineup. And so even when y'all had Jackson Hayes started, when y'all had Jackson Hayes starting, y'all still were asking for another big. Now you're looking at
Jackson Hayes starting. No, I'm talking about where he just played. See, Lamar, let me say this first, bro. AD been saying for the last few years, since we have to clarify things, even in the interview with Shams, he didn't say that he just wanted to be the only 4 and he needs starting centers. Now he said he wants to play with another big on the court, right? Because he's seen the benefits of it from when they won a championship. Everybody, I done heard everybody, including you, say that over the years.
I didn't say that shit.
Everybody said that, bro. Not specifically AD only playing the 4 or AD don't want to play the 5 or none of that stuff like that. None of that. But I'm talking about people saying that you know what, having another solidified big can help us in our rotations. Going against teams like Denver, another big, solid big can help this team. So why now when Anthony Davis says that, y'all champion that, now y'all hating that? That don't make no sense.
First of all, I never made that proclamation. I've always said, work with what you got. If the organization, if the front office makes a trade and brings a piece in, you work with that when it gets there. But when y'all had D'Lo, I was saying, play to D'Lo's strengths. Stop crying about D'Lo's weaknesses. Right? When y'all got rid of D'Lo, okay, now we can talk about what DFS can do now that you have him. But at the end of the day, I don't cry when I look at the Lakers and when I see the talent that they have, even when they had Bron and AD. You work with Bron and AD because that's a lot of talent right there. And so now that they got Bron and Luka, I'm not looking at this team saying we need more. I'm saying, how can we make this work? Because we got a bona fide superstar in his prime. And we got LeBron James, who's still playing at a high level, all-star level, all-NBA level right now. You got Austin Reeves playing the best basketball player he's ever played. It looked like Rui's playing, getting his confidence back. At the end of the day, I always say, how can we make this work with the guys that we have? Because at the end of the day, I understand the landscape of the NBA. There are no centers attainable right now at the asking price that the teams are asking. DeWalker Kessler is not realistic. They're asking for too much. The Clint Capellas, his contract is too big. It's going to be asking too much.
And so there's really all the supposed centers that can come in and do this starting caliber job that you guys want them to do. It's just not going to happen. The only realistic center out there you can get is a guy that's extremely undersized, and Robert Williams. He's 6'8", just like Rui, DFS, and Vandy. So at the end of the day, even if you go get Robert Williams, you got another 6'8" guy who's an undersized center. Just work with what you got. If you luck up and get somebody in the buyout market, because that's really what you want to hope for. You hope that the Phoenix maybe buys out Nurkic or somebody like that. But at the end of the day,
the same situation that we're in. I got to go story time again, bro. Last offseason, or maybe the offseason before that, Darvin Ham, Rob Pelinka, and Anthony Davis had a meeting. AD stated again that he would like to play with another center, another big. Go back to 2020 when bro. When AD played center and power forward 50% of the time in 2020, bro. So right. So there's nothing wrong with him asking to get back to that. Right. So they brought in who? They brought in Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood as an answer to that meeting. You know what I'm saying? We end up getting swept again or end up losing again to Denver. Why can't you make it a point to go get somebody for the team that keeps beating you
on the market
every year?
There's no centers on the market.
Nigga, Luka wasn't on the market.
You don't think Jackson Hayes is better than JaVale McGee?
I do.
Okay, then. Okay, so we had JaVale McGee. So all we're looking for is a Dwight. And that's what Jameson's is brought in for. Jameson's is bucked up. That's all.
Yeah, Jamison. Yeah, they got Jamison.
Okay. Yeah. Don't talk to me about no G League players, bro. Next question. Don't.
But
talk
that's
to me
all
about
y'all
no
can afford. Players, that's y'all budget. Y'all got a G League budget.
Hey,
that's what
I'm tired of niggas telling us what we can and can't do after what we just got. Stop playing with me,
bro. Just because y'all got the luckiest trade in NBA history, now you want to act like y'all can pull off another miracle in one season. Stop it, man. Take the
We're not asking for another miracle, bro.
Yes,
but what we are asking is to fill the hole that we just left in our front court. That's smart.
Give me three players. Y'all had Mo Bamba. Y'all had Thomas Bryant. Those guys didn't work. Give me the center that's on the market that y'all.
Hey, what does them old Lakers have to do with anything about today, present? What does that have to do with anything?
Give me a center that's on the market that you think the Lakers can trade for.
That'd be a better starting center than Jackson Hayes?
No. I'm not saying just name a center that's going to be a better option. I'm saying
we got Jackson Hayes starting right now.
Listen to my question. If we're going to talk trades, we got to talk about realistic players that's actually on the trade market. Don't give me Miles Turner because he's not on the trade market. The Pacers are on fourth place in the East. They're not trading anybody. So at the end of the day, give me a realistic trade target that's within the financial reach of the Lakers.
Hey, I'll take Jakob Poeltl right now as our starting center. If we can somehow get him from
Toronto, who got to get rid of?
Rui.
Why would we get rid of Rui, man?
Because we have to. Okay, what just happened, y'all, was seismic to this team. Everything is going to have to change.
Okay, why would
everything is going to have to change, bro? Because we went historically, y'all, and I know y'all can agree with me on this. Historically, it's always a small and a big that works. Right, we have few exceptions with Jordan and Pippen and Bron and Wade, even though they had Chris Bosh. What they're going to have to do if they want any chance of winning it this year, first year, right? We got to have a better front court. We got to have a better front court, bro.
Jakob Poeltl's not on the trade market. Plus, he's making $20 million a year. That's probably out of the reach. You got to give up too many players. That trade would probably have to involve 3 to 4 teams because of the roster limitations. So at the end of the day, we know that's not happening this close to the trade deadline. That's why I say Robert Williams is probably the most realistic, but he's only 6'8". So I don't even know if he's the true center that you're looking for.
No.
Plus, he's an injury liability.
Mo Bamba, get him back. Mo Bamba. That's a live threat we need.
He a free agent. He a free agent. You can free agent. I think at this rate, y'all might as well just go get Dwight. At this rate, y'all might as well just sign Dwight off the street because that's the best y'all can do.
No, we cool. Because I'm not asking for somebody who washed up, bro. Can we please stop? Y'all sound like Marvel fans who want Michael B. Jordan to play every goddamn part. Stop playing with us, bro.
Wait a minute.
Walk
Y'all are really
It's a reason why. It's a reason why y'all been asking for a center for 2 years and y'all ain't got one. It's too hard to get the center y'all asking for. The asking price is too high.
Exactly, Lamar. That's what I kept telling to my partner Brandon. He keeps saying we need to find a defensive center. I keep saying name one. Just name one of it, and they can't name. They can't name
Mo Bama.
Where is he at right now?
At home.
He's at Utah.
And what is he gonna do?
All we need him to do is get rebounds, and we don't need him to score that many points. We got Luka and LeBron. What we need him to score that many points for?
So just for the balance, but just for the balance of this team, don't y'all think? Because Jackson Hayes and Rory is our starting center and backup center right now.
All right, there's no perfect team in the league. Deal with your weaknesses, focus on your strengths, and deal with your weaknesses. No team in NBA has a perfectly constructed roster.
You got LeBron center. You got LeBron playing that center.
Y'all got a lot of talent on this team.
And that's what it's gonna lead to. Who just said that? Who just said that? That's what it's gonna lead to. And niggas gonna be like, why is Brian playing center?
Because they're gonna be winning with it too. Watch, just like they was in 2022.
Come on, man.
I gotta go, y'all. But listen.
That's how they're gonna be winning with it like they did in 2022. Missed the playoffs in 2022.
I gotta dip,
Of course
y'all.
they
But
did.
listen.
But they don't have Luka and LeBron like they do now.
Jackson Hayes. People have short-term memory, but when the season started, Jackson Hayes was playing phenomenal before he got injured. So I honestly would just run with him and Christian Wood. The Lakers do have a lot of talent, especially when they got Luka. But listen, man, y'all be good. I pray blessings on everybody, man. Holla at y'all guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, just do like Lamont said and go get Thomas Bryant, man. Lamont said Thomas Bryant was good. Thomas Bryant.
He is good. He can shoot threes.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant is playing too good for the Pacers right now. They not giving up no Thomas Bryant. They got their two big men because the Lakers soured on Thomas Bryant too soon. He asked for a trade up out of LA. So y'all had him. He now thriving somewhere else because he's tired of all the crying Laker fans.
That's what it was.
It wasn't Laker fans, Lamont. It wasn't Laker fans. Listen, Laker fans been clamoring for a center for the past few years for Anthony Davis. There's no need to clamor for one no more. You don't have Anthony Davis. That liability is
okay. So what happens? So what happens when we run into Denver, sir?
The same thing that happened last year. You play them better because now you ain't got to worry about Anthony Davis scary behind not wanting to play a big man role.
No, that's not the
Luka.
Hold on. Y'all feelings don't matter, right? That's how y'all niggas feel.
No, we got facts.
Happened, bro. What actually happened, bro?
I can explain to you how the Lakers are going to beat Denver. I can explain it.
You gave me your feelings. I'm finna explain to you how what really happened, right? When AD is your only big, you got to worry about Rory playing him the secondary. Then Brian coming in playing Joker, bro. He watched us, bro, for 2 series, bro. And if y'all don't think that's still a problem,
and what are you gonna get?
Hold on.
What are you gonna
look to last year?
Y'all don't know what y'all doing, bro.
No. Look to last year. The team that put Denver out, they benched Rudy Gobert and they played Nas Reed,
who's also 6'9".
They were benching Rudy. That's not cap.
That is cap, bro.
Rudy could not defend that series. They ended up benching Rudy.
Nah, they used all of them, bro. They used Carl Anthony.
Hold on. Yeah, they put Cat on the Cat did a good job too.
They had Nas Reed.
Nah, bro.
They had Nas Reed and Carl Anthony Towns guarding him, and all they did was just man up and take the assignment and stop crying. That's all they did.
They used the Lakers formula from 2020 to beat Denver last year.
They wasn't even playing Rudy like that,
bro. They put Carl Anthony Towns on Joker and use Rudy for the secondary defender, bro. They played them both of them, bro.
Rudy
Again,
was getting benched
listen, they played better team defense because the Minnesota Timberwolves play better team defense when you got Rudy Gobert to anchor your defense. Anthony Davis can't anchor no defense like that. Now you're going to play better team defense, which is what you use to nullify Joker because Joker is a great team player.
You comparing our team defense to what they had last year in a team defense?
You going to let me drop knowledge or you going to sit and cut me off?
I'm gonna cut you off because that's trash, bro.
They ain't trash because you asked me not to talk in feelings, but now that I'm spitting basketball knowledge, you want to cut me off because you can't talk basketball. So I'm gonna say to you again how they're gonna shut down Joker this year because without Anthony Davis, they don't have to supplement Anthony Davis, which all he can do is roam. He was the secondary defender versus Joker, but it didn't matter because they didn't have good team defense versus Joker. Now you have to have good team defense, which the Lakers will have with Finney-Smith, with Vando, with Rudy, with LeBron. They will be able to nullify what Joker does. They will nullify what Joker does because Joker's game is revolving around playing team basketball. And when them driving lanes and passing lanes are not going to be as clear as it was last year because Anthony Davis is off the floor, you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about when the Lakers are hoisting a championship in June.
I hope we are hosting.
Don't hope, and go James Kingdom. We don't hope. We know. So you need to learn and know that the Lakers are going to win a championship this year. That's
reality. Reality, bro. Sometimes reality slap people in the face, bro. For real talk.
Reality. You the one who's scared of Joker. Stay with AD and be scared of Joker.
Nah, bro. It's about addressing a problem.
LeBron and the Lakers ain't scared of Joker. You are.
It's about addressing a problem, bro.
There is no problem to address. Nobody has been able to address the Joker problem.
Hey, you just told me that we gonna solve Denver with three little niggas.
With team defense. I said team defense. See, you don't know basketball. I said team defense.
Little niggas. You ain't named nobody who can guard Joker.
Nobody can guard Joker and on any team. On any basketball.
But we seen what Minnesota did with him last year.
I said they play team defense. Then I just said they play team defense.
He gonna draw up a scheme and we're gonna guard him. We're gonna guard him. JJ.
They play team defense.
All right, y'all. All right, bro.
Is not JJ Redick a better coach than
said that this move was for the future, bro.
This move was for now. If not, they would have traded LeBron long ago.
They can't trade LeBron. LeBron has a no trade clause. They can't trade LeBron.
It doesn't matter. LeBron James would trade you.
What you think of no trade clause?
Why would LeBron want to stay? Why would LeBron want to stay? Why would he want to stay for a team that doesn't want him?
Why do y'all think they want to trade Bron? This is the talent wise. This is the best backcourt in the NBA. Why would you want to trade that?
Hey, they said the same thing about Kyrie and Luka.
This is the best backcourt in the NBA. Nobody's thinking trade this. Everybody is thinking, how do we win a championship? The Lakers have always been about winning championships. So I don't expect them to reverse course now that they got Luka and say, oh, we're just thinking future now. They have always, and they're gonna. The thing is, they can think.
That's what they said,
now, but no, all I'm saying, Art, is they can still think championship now, and they're still gonna have Luka for the next 10 to 12, 14, 15 years. It don't matter. The thing is, you got Luka and LeBron. Why not capitalize on it? That's why I say I don't think JJ Redick's sitting in some closet somewhere talking about, man, I wish we had a center, man. What about next year? That motherfucker's conjuring up some way how we capitalize and work with what we got to go as far as we can. Because y'all have a very low level of confidence. To me,
no,
not just in LeBron, but y'all got Luka.
Championship, Lamont. That's what it is. They don't want the GOAT to get another championship. They really don't.
Crazy.
That's what they don't.
Okay, so helping the team win now, right? Helping the team win now, right? Just because it's not your way, don't mean that we don't want to help win a title this year, bro. We see a hole. Hold on, stop. We see a hole.
Imaginary,
we see a hole on our team, bro, and we trying to fill it. And it's damn sure not imaginary. When you talking about Joker versus Jackson Hayes, that's imaginary.
All I'm saying is this. I'm looking at the one thing I know is that when the playoffs start, you only play the teams in front of you. They very well likely could not even match up with Denver. You could only worry about your team and play who's in front of you. So what's going to happen is if they sit here and cry about Jokic the entire season, then they get in the playoffs and they don't see Jokic. Well, you didn't wasted your time with all this focus on Jokic.
But y'all did before the AD trade, though.
No, what I'm saying is right now, when you get a guy in Luka Dončić, the only thing you need to focus on is how do we get better?
because that's how you win it. You don't win a championship staring down another team in your own conference talking about how do we beat them. That's actually the number one way to lose is by chasing one team and you forget about the rest. You focus on your team. You got the third, fourth, fifth best player in the league in Luka. You still got Bron playing at a high level. Reeves is playing at the higher level than anybody thought he can play. Rui is getting better. You got your two best defenders are finally healthy. Vandy looks good. DFS is shooting, not just defending at a high level. He's shooting over 40% from the three. You got all positive. At the end of the day, if you don't have a center, okay, every team has a flaw. And right now, the Lakers do have a flaw. But at the end of the day, they also got some hellified strengths. They had Bron, they got Luka, they got Reeves. And at the end of the day, the other team got to ask themselves, how the fuck do we guard them? Just like they got to guard the other team. Because when you a coach and you got to sit there and say, I got to draw up a game plan to stop LeBron and Luka, please tell me what this crazy game plan going to look like. Because it's
I agree with all of that. I agree with all of that, Lamont. I really do, bro. But
y'all be
that still doesn't say that there's nothing wrong with saying that we need a big, and we can go out and get a big that's better than Jackson Hayes and move Jackson Hayes back to the backup big. I'm fine, bro. You got to let the GM do his job, and with all the optimistic and hopeful. I think he is, bro. I think he is.
At the end of the day, I think Pelinka doing just like this. That motherfucker sitting back in his chair right now. He's at home. He's not even in the Laker front office right now. He's at home with his hands behind his head, just like this.
He does. He does.
Yeah, that done like a motherfucker. Yeah,
he ain't done, bro.
If I get Luka Dončić, I'm Jeannie Buss. I'm going on a 2-month vacation. See y'all in 2 months, bro. That's all.
Everybody else starts thinking about how they're gonna stop us,
bro. Yes, sir, bro. That's what I'm saying. How do you guard the Lakers right now?
I'm trying to tell them, Tyson, bro.
It's gonna be pretty hard. It's gonna be pretty hard, Lamont.
It ain't gonna be. You still got to rebound and defend, bro. You still got to rebound and defend, bro.
You see,
but they have defenders.
Y'all forget that last year, Luka could have went to the organization and said, "Hey, man, we need a center." Luka said, "I'll take the rookie. Give me the rookie. We'll work with the young dude." And he had Derek Lively. Y'all forgot he was a rookie. He was out there looking like a bona fide. So at the end of the day, Luka don't complain. Luka say, man, I'll take Jackson Hayes. If he can jump, he can get the lob. Come on, Jackson Hayes, you can catch a lob. That's the guys I like. The guys that say, I'm taking it. Come on with me. That's what superstars do. Superstars take whoever you got. That's why I like Luka, because he just took Derek Lively, a dude that I didn't even believe in coming out of Duke. Most teams passed on him. He goes to the Dallas Mavericks. There was only one person on YouTube that was propping up Derek Lively. That was the dude named Mars from Player's Choice. And I got to give him credit for that because he called it well before it happened. The only person that ever called that ever. And he said this combination with Luka gonna be nasty, and that shit unfolded beautifully but we ain't heard nothing we haven't heard nothing about Derek Jones Jr. since Luka been hurt. Or since he went to the Clippers, we haven't heard nothing from Lively. We haven't heard nothing but no PJ Washington talk. We haven't seen no lobs to Daniel Gafford since Luka been hurt. All them guys went back to being the bona fide role players that they naturally are without on the court.
But Lamont, we got 52 games left for the regular season for the Lakers, right? I'm not surprised if Jackson Hayes for the last 52 games is averaging like 12 a game. And all because he's gonna get so many open dunks and open layups, it's not even gonna be funny.
We got 52 games.
Nah, we got 52.
We got 52 about 52 games left because it's 40. We played like 47 games already.
No, y'all. There's only 82 game season.
I know, but we 28 and 19, right? That's like what 47 games.
Yeah, it should be 40-something games left or less.
Like 42 games left.
35 games, brother. 35 games left. There's 35 games
left. Yeah, I was about to say that. It ain't no 50-something.
There's 35 games. But Lamont, I wanted to touch on the topic of the show about the viewership that you brought up, how the NBA is a bigger global market in American sports out of all the American sports, including the NFL. Not only that the NFL within itself, the NBA within itself has the highest attendance. Like they've never had so much people go to games, and in the last 2 years, their record in attendance in total in every arena. They're up in total sales as far as ticket sales. They're up in sellouts, percentage of sellouts, capacity percentage in the last 2 years. So the NBA is making money across the board. So not only are they selling out games, they're also, like you said, got a $76 billion TV rights deal. Not to mention they have other TV rights deal on global markets like in China, South America, Africa, Australia, and Europe.
That's all facts right there. Like people that tell you viewership is down, it's just people trying to say something negative. Viewership is not down. I'll just tell people follow the money. You can't tell me when the money is at an all-time high, billions and billions of dollars getting thrown around, and then you want to come to me and say you got people like Jason Whitlock the game is bad. I can't watch. Well, take your ass on somewhere and don't watch because it's a whole bunch of other people watching. Like, and I like Jason Whitlock and all these people that say the league is bad. Cut all NBA content from this day forward. Why can they not stop talking NBA? They can't leave this league that they say is so bad. The league that they say the game is so bad. Why do y'all? And Jason Whitlock is not even a basketball player. This dude's a football player. He's a football player that's now come over into the basketball space crying about the basketball game. It's the same thing with who's that dude named Coach JB? Y'all, anybody know that dude?
No.
Yeah.
This dude named Coach JB. This fool went on some type of rant about Adam Silver. I said, take your dumb ass back to talking college football or some shit. You don't even know the sport. You running around just saying the numbers are down just because somebody told you. You ain't even looked in it. He talking because he was mad at Adam Silver. Said he was going to consider the idea of maybe condensing the game down to 40 minutes instead of 48. And I'm saying Adam Silver has to consider this stuff because he's dealing with a whole bunch of fans with very limited and low attention spans. So all y'all crying about the games, half the time y'all like Mingo Jester before he falling asleep in the second quarter. He ain't watching the whole game. That's why he missed the game.
They watching highlights.
We got to cut the game time down. We cut that game time down, keep it in 2 hours. Mingo see the game, he go to bed happy. We good.
Hey man, wait a minute. Why you got to throw me in?
Because I know you be falling asleep, man. We all do it. I ain't gonna lie, I be falling asleep too.
Like that. Hey,
So
man,
look, man.
but Lamont on the low though, I still want to hear Sir to come up here and explain how you can face the flow with like that.
Everybody, him and whoever, who's RJD podcast? Him and RJD podcast. They over there trying to figure. Yeah, we can space the floor with no shooters. Good luck. I want, man. Good luck, man. And I want you to bring a group of guys to Arizona, bring them over to Grand Canyon University, and I want you to try to execute that. I want you to bring 5 guys that shoot 0% from the 3-point line. They all can hoop, but none of them can shoot. And I want you to try this new strategy. We can put it to test. No shooter spacing.
Oh, Lamont, that's when they were trying to tell me, Herm was trying to tell me, right, that the 1979 Supersonics can play in today's NBA. I was like, bro, they can't shoot threes. There's no way they can play in today's NBA. He's like, they can't shoot threes. It's 1979. It didn't even exist. They can't shoot 3-pointers. Stop it, bro. They can't play in today's NBA. They'll get crushed easily.
Bro, you put the Detroit Pistons of this year. You can put the sorriest team of this season in the 1970s, and they're gonna win the NBA championship.
Bro, that's what somebody said. Somebody said the 2025 Pistons would beat the 79 Sonics easily.
It's just that's why we just got to stop comparing this era to the others. Just leave that generation alone. It was great for that time. It is what it is. But to try to compare them to what we see today and pretend as if that's the same caliber or quality is not. But people want to pretend.
I think the Wizards are the worst team in the NBA.
Even if the Wizards, if you put the Wizards in, I mean, for the example, you could stick the Wizards in the 90s and they're gonna be a competitive team.
You don't say they're gonna win, you just say they'll be competitive.
Yeah, they that's how bad they are. I can't say they're gonna win, but they're gonna be competitive.
The top 3 teams in each conference, ain't they the highest 3-point shooting teams?
Yeah, I know the Cavs are. I know the Warriors are.
OKC.
OKC is. Celtics are. I mean, all the best teams right now are shooting threes.
Yeah, they're shooting threes.
So, and you got more wiggle room to shoot threes, especially if like a Cavs and Celtic team. If you're able to defend at a high level, you now got more wiggle room to shoot threes. So it just, it's to me, I think it's a detriment to the teams that can't defend. You probably want to ticker it back because threes just speed the game up for you, and that's what you don't want. But I mean, no, the three ball's not going away no time soon. Defenses are forcing teams into shooting too many threes. Defenses are getting too good. Everybody tries to you say that teams are just chucking up threes. No, defenses are forcing them to shoot threes. Just give the defense credit.
Is it the defense or is it the defensive scheme?
It's a defense. It's just all in the same. It's schemes. You got to play the shot clock, time and score. So when you're able to get a team to play under 10 seconds, well, shit, we just load up. We keep people out the paint. You swing it to that corner. I mean, you're gonna have to shoot a time bomb, and those are some of the hardest shots to make. That shot clock ticking down. You're a role player. You don't want to go to the bench if you miss.
Yep.
Let his ass shoot it, because that's how Milwaukee got to the finals that one year with Budenholzer. We're gonna play hellified D for 17 seconds. At the end of that shot clock, we're gonna pack it in. Go, you got it. Shoot, chuck them up.
Go ahead and shoot Bruce Brown. Go ahead and shoot Bruce Brown.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. And their strategy, it was a winning formula. So pressure bust pipes, and this is why the Stars get the big bucks. The Stars are the ones paid to make them shots. If your defense is good enough to force the ball out of the Stars' hands, and you giving it to role players at the end of shot clock situations, and they're the ones forced to shoot the threes. That's where it gets a little nasty for you right there. Yeah, Yellow Bear. I'm waiting for Sturdy. They didn't want to come on the panel. I thought Sturdy would come up. Somebody just texted me said RJD is casual. We know casual not about to explain that.
Whoa.
Somebody work at a daycare. Whoever that is, they lit.
Hey, but y'all, I'm about to shut this one down. Y'all, I got to get up out of here. It's already 1 o'clock my time, so I got to get ready to head out to this game pretty soon. But it was a good live stream. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. It was good to have you here, Art, man. I'll be missing chopping it up with y'all, man.
I do
even though y'all crazy as hell, man.
I'm trying to get back to normal, man. You hear me talking, man. I just love basketball. I love the Lakers, man. Love Brian, and that's what it is. We got to appreciate what we seeing, what's in front of us, man. Stop all this hate, bro.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute, man.
Go James, man. Hey, go James. What you got for the people?
I see you in June, brother. I see you in June. My Miami Heat versus the Lakers.
All right,
I don't know about
James.
the Heat, man. The Heat are in shambles right now. They should just get in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
Come on, man. Don't start with me. Come on, Lamar.
Bro, if I'm the owner of the Heat, my first order of business, fire Pat Riley, the worst GM in basketball right now. The biggest pretend GM. He's a big.
He's
pretender.
not even the GM. It's Mickey Erickson.
Yeah. But what Pat Riley's doing is Pat Riley's interjecting himself, making GM moves and decisions over him. And so Pat Riley right now has too much control.
Don't worry, Bam Adebayo stepping up, Hero doing their thing. We gonna be straight. Don't worry about us. It's Biscayne in June. Lakers and Heat in the finals.
I think Spoelstra's style of coaching is getting phased out. I don't think it's working no more.
Nah, I don't know about that. He just needs some better players. They need to get him some better players. They've been tripping. They just been tripping.
Well, you won't. Pat Riley keep running them out of town. Y'all have them. Pat Riley run them off.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. Yeah, I know that. You ain't telling me nothing, but that's good though. As long as Tyler Hero don't make the All NBA team, we'll be good. But if he make it, it's a wrap for us. We ain't gonna have nothing. Lamont, Pat Riley saw the Luka thing. You know that, right?
What you mean?
Because this whole thing with Jimmy is the fact that he wants this cap space for the 2026 offseason. He knew Luka was not going to go back to Dallas. He knew this. He knew Luka was going to be available, and Anthony Edwards is going to be available, and a slew of other players come this next coming summer. Not this year in 2025.
So he's trying to clear cap.
He was trying to clear up cap space to do that. But now this one just threw a whole monkey wrench in it. Dallas was like, we know he ain't coming back, so we're going to get rid of him now. And you're not going to leave us to go get no super max. You can just get your little max, and that's it. So Pat Riley knew this was coming. Pat Riley synced it. So
hey man, but like I say, well, Pat Riley got some work to do. He got some lifting to do. I think the Heat do have good infrastructure. I like Spoelstra. I like the pieces they have. I like Hero. I like a lot of the young guys. Jaime Jaquez and them, but I think their biggest detriment right now is you gotta go tell Bam, look, man, it's time for you to go ahead and unleash on the league like we know you can. And, and you gotta stop handcuffing Bam, because Bam to me can be a 25-point per game scorer if you allow him to. And you don't.
We've been saying that for the last 5 years.
I think he handcuffing himself. I don't even think it's Spoelstra. I really think it's Bam.
You think so?
It could be. But look, I want to keep talking, y'all, but I gotta go.
Peace, brother.
I would keep cooking any other day, but we got a huge game on the docket today, and I gotta key in. I'm not about to. I gotta find a way to get what Sturdy said out my head, so I don't fuck the team up today with this spacing and no shooting philosophy. I might fuck the team up, put some guys out there that can't shoot, and fuck up the spacing, and lose the game. So nah, we can't go that way. But Olo, man, I'm gonna drop you down. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
52 games is crazy. I should have got cooked for that.
Nah, definitely not 52 games. But look, I'm gonna be live Thursday, y'all. I'm gonna be live Thursday. I'll let you guys know how the game go. Hopefully, if the game goes well, I mean, win or lose, since it's a big game, I'll make sure I share with y'all on YouTube. But in all reality, this year, I mean, we got an overpowered team this year, and I got the utmost confidence that we beat a whole bunch of teams this year that we shouldn't have beat. And today we just playing a pesky, hyped up team. We everybody's championship game, so this is their championship game. But it's gonna be, they're gonna have a long day ahead of them today, because we get to play at home. We're gonna play in front of our crowd. It's gonna be tough, man. Oh yeah, Bezo, appreciate that, man. I'm gonna let y'all know how I go, but I do my due diligence. I watch film, and I mean, you're gonna have to come with a lot of talent to beat us, and you're gonna have to come with a lot of organization. I don't see it over there with them. I think they're gonna come out with a ton of energy. They're gonna be hyped up. They may even make a little bit of a run, but we defend at a high level. Real defense, not that bullshit defense. So, I think we'll get after it today, and we should take care of business. But hey, y'all, FYF Sports, man, another great podcast episode, y'all. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. Make sure y'all tune in. GOAT James Kingdom. Make sure you tune in for GOAT James Kingdom on Friday nights, man. It's a really good show on Friday, and then even his Sunday show on Sundays, man. That's been a really good show as well. So make sure you're also tuning in for GOAT James Kingdom. Be on the lookout for more content creators to bring shows over here to FYF, man. Like I said, man, we just looking for people that could be consistent. One, and then I just want you to bring like a unique niche. If you got like a unique niche that nobody else is in, your spiel, your stick, and you can find a way to add your own level of entertainment or spin to it that the fans can gravitate to. I'm looking for anybody that's willing to partner up, see what we can get done. But look, y'all, FYF Sports, man, another great podcast episode. We're going to be back with more sports and news. Until then, man, FYF Sports, and we out.